Good evening, Glue Guzzlers.
Okay.
I am Neve, and I am here with...
Hi, I am Alex. I too am a human being.
And?
I am Jack, and welcome to the Glue Guzzlers podcast.
Saying good evening, but we are probably, we upload at like 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning, so if anyone ever wants to watch it at all. I think we've got like 1 or 2 views on the first one so far.
It's been pretty good.
3 of them are us.
I'm not gonna lie, it went straight to my head.
Yeah, the 200 views we're getting on every TikTok is making me just...
What is it? Adeptus Ridiculous?
Oh, thank you. 40 seconds in and we're already dropping the F-bomb.
In all fairness, you go up to Starbucks workers now and say, do you know who I am?
Yeah, I do. You know what? They asked for my name on my drink. I slapped them. I slapped them. Well, bam.
Do you not recognise my voice? We have 6 views on YouTube.
Hey, I was more thinking about the shorts. I was like, damn, we're kind of like TikTok famous.
It's not even the short, it's just the TikTok, nothing else. Just
we're
the
famous.
TikTok.
We're micro-celebrities.
If you see us on TikTok...
So thank you, guys.
If you're on TikTok right now and you're watching this clip that we're definitely going to clip, go look at the channel. Don't just watch the bloody TikTok. Go and look at the channel.
Don't listen to her.
It's the Glue Guzzlers. It's the Glue Guzzlers 40k podcast on YouTube.
Follow your dreams, viewers.
.com.
Follow your dreams.
Yeah.
Your dream should be watching the Glue Guzzlers podcast. That's what it should be. Sorry.
Well, this has been a bit off topic.
Yeah,
What are we doing today?
we are
Bring us
back. Episode 2. We're going to be doing a Chaos God deep dive. We've each prepared 1 or more Chaos Gods. And we're just going to be doing a little overcap, some interesting facts. I don't know what everyone else has prepared, but I've just got a brief overcap for everything. I'm going to have some bad takes.
Shame.
For the audio listeners, Alex just crunched a Werther's Original really loudly. I don't know if that would have been picked up.
It probably did. I felt it in my jaw.
We have the return of the spinning wheel.
Oh.
That we used in the last... it's not a physical spinning wheel, to be clear. And I also can't spell, so instead of the names of the gods, we have Stinky, Slutty, Angry, and Mischievous. Do you like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? How they all like, dopey. There is an Angry, I think, as well.
Yeah.
But no, we got Stinky, Slutty, Mischievous, and Stinky. No, that's said that twice. Angry. There we go.
Right, come on then.
Are we ready?
Spin.
It takes a while to spin. If it's me first again, we'll have problems. It's looking like it's not going to be. It's the one that we didn't really want to do first.
Oh.
It's Slanesh.
Oh, Slanesh. Oh, brilliant. Well, not for demonetization. So I want to appreciate my cool little titles for these gods. I've done Slanesh quite curly.
Oh, you have a real notebook.
Yeah, I've got a
Did
real
you do all
notebook.
4 of them a little bit, or just?
Yes.
Did you actually?
I did.
Did you have a little Nurgle?
Corns like this.
Oh, you spell them both.
I did have a Nurgle, no. But Malal's pretty boring, I'm not going to lie.
Who's
Malal's
Malal?
pretty boring. Spoilers!
Spoilers!
Shit! Right, for anyone who has just listened to that, skip back, forget about it, and then skip this section.
I'm going to censor that out.
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to cut it.
Slanesh.
Ooh.
Now, Slanesh is a weird Chaos God, because all the other Chaos Gods are pretty much born by either the galaxy as a whole or humanity's wars and consequences. Slanesh is actually an Eldar God.
I didn't know that.
So Slanesh was birthed into the realm of chaos due to, and I quote from my notes, horny Eldar sex and drugs.
Oh, bit of me.
So these guys went off the fucking rails, basically. Well, they're immortal. So a bit of Eldar lore, basically, because Eldar are very psychically significant, very psychically potent, very prone to strong emotions and feelings and pain and sensations.
They're space elves, right?
Yeah, they're space elves.
They're space elves.
They're space elves. They're space elves. So during the Eldar heyday, there was only the 3 Chaos Gods. There was Khorne, Tzeentch, and Nurgle. However, the Eldar got bored being immortal and perfect and hot and sexy and twinks and shit like that. And they basically just went like, screw it, we're going to fuck hard. So they fucked crazy style. You know, they went to the 7-Eleven, bought them out of Fendt carts.
Imagine Ibiza, okay, mid-June.
They went to 7-Eleven and bought like the last longer supplements.
Hey, all I'm saying, these guys only bought their drugs from the random homeless guys on the street.
Probably bought them from the Emperor's Children. Oh,
hitting a Fendt car every 2 seconds.
They were listening to some rancid heavy metal and shit. But this was very psychic and emotional, and then fucking boom, Slanesh is born. This fucking horny slut god born from all this psychic sex.
Are you telling me that they boinked so hard they made a god.
They fucked hard for 1,000 years. And Slanesh was born.
They were bumping uglies so hard
When
that
exactly
they created a god.
When? So this was...
Which millennium? I swear it was before humanity. Or was it not?
Well,
what caused the Great Rift? I thought it was the birth of Slanesh that caused the Great Rift.
So this is what happens. So Slanesh is born, and I'll go into the Great Rift a bit later because I've got a little bit of lore as well with this at the moment. So there's a big problem with the Eldar. So Slanesh, for our audio listeners right now, I have wrote boom in capital letters on the page to signify my...
And I'm finding this really funny for some reason.
But yes, so Slanesh is an Eldar god, so has claims to Eldar souls.
Ooh.
And they had to compete with other Eldar gods to eat Eldar souls. So Slanesh was like, fuck this competition, bitch. I'ma fucking kill these dickheads. Killed every Eldar god, apart from a few, obviously. There's Sia Gorak, there's that weird one who's just stuck as Nurgle's little play date.
Aisha?
Yeah, Aisha, yeah. And
sorry.
Now all the Eldar souls are pretty much Slanesh's, apart from the few lucky Harlequins that get born from that get taken from Sia Gorak. So basically, Slanesh was born and just ate 99% of Eldar souls, making them a pretty damn powerful god. And this tore apart real space. So Slanesh consuming all these Eldar souls and being born tore apart real space. Because basically, as soon as they were born, who just shat themselves? What the fuck happened there? Whoa!
For the visual listeners, no. For the audio listeners, Jack just let out a creaky little fart.
It wasn't a fart. My tummy kind of hurts.
No, you just straight up shat.
Oh, my tummy hurt, man.
Slanesh got you acting. Bro, that fucking is a reeker.
That's nothing.
My god.
Look, Nurgle might be my favourite card game, but that was not a blessing of Nurgle then, okay?
No, it's a fucking curse. But basically, so, boom, real space is torn apart, Great Rift happened, fucking galaxy's fucked, and Slanesh has just made the galaxy horny.
I love that.
Now, this is when cults started to emerge with Slanesh.
Ooh.
So this is where notable events happen, like the Lair, these sexy snake people, who again, just orgied all day. Had some heroin. They secreted a pretty cool like little hormone. It was like pretty heroin inducing, it was pretty cool. And they gave a sword, well, didn't give, this little femboy twink stole a sword from them, Fulgrim, and got corrupted. If you don't know, if you want to know the lore about Fulgrim,
check out episode 1.
Exactly.
I definitely didn't skip over that at all in the lore video when I talked about him.
But no, yeah, so there's lots of mysticism about Slanesh. There's hence why they don't really have any accurate pronouns. So a lot of people view Slanesh as a female. That's actually what the Eldar refer to Slanesh as female, while the humanity refers to the Slanesh as a masculine pronoun. So so yes, we get the Prince of Pleasure. That's a humanity concept. While Eldar go, I don't know, and I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to say something bad.
I do have a question. So often in art, when you see art of the gods, Slanesh is portrayed as a woman, a very sexy woman. But is that just because it's like portraying kind of very literally what the gods are?
It almost, because again, Slanesh, it's probably like, it's very much going to be artist dependent. Slanesh is meant to represent perfect beauty.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever the artist is going to perceive as perfect beauty is basically going to be what Slanesh is to them.
Let's be honest, most of the artists for Warhammer are male.
Men. Yes.
Yes.
So
I mean, to be fair, I think even if I was to draw, I'd probably draw a woman.
I mean, Slanesh is meant to be androgynous. So that's why when you see the demons, they've all got like one boob, one peck.
All I'm saying, okay, Slanesh's legs, oh my god. I want legs like those. I want some quads and calves.
I want to run my tongue down and keep her secret legs, my god. We're on the Slanesh section,
honestly,
it's okay.
Stomp me into the dirt.
I feel like at the end, we should definitely talk about, sort of have a think and be like, so of the Chaos Gods, either which is your favourite or which would you be most likely to follow if they were...
Both Slanesh.
We're all going to say Slanesh.
I'll get onto some of the Slanesh stuff, because in fact, I won't do the demons yet, I'll do these after. So I'm going to talk about the Slanesh followers first, because we're onto that topic, and I've only got a very brief little thing for the followers. So the only way you need to serve Slanesh is literally just giving in to all of your fucking desires.
Yeah.
And Slanesh is like, hey, you're a cool guy. You know how to party. Or gal. You're a cool guy or girl. You know how to party. How about you join me? And you're like, you know what? I like my drink. I like my drugs. I like my coffee. Yeah, fuck it.
I like that you skipped over the sex part there, Alex. Thank you.
Hey, I'm talking about myself. I don't have sex. They're fucking...
Warhammer players.
Come on, guys.
God.
I play Black Templars. There's no way I've ever seen a woman. Neve doesn't count.
I just
You're a
exist
woman.
in the house.
Holy
I'm like Dobby the house elf. Like,
We've been infiltrated. Oh my god.
Master hasn't given me a sock yet. I can't be freed.
Dobby is still a slave. J.K. Rowling predicted it all. I fucking hate J.K. Rowling.
Let's not talk about J.K.
Oh,
Rowling.
Yeah, let's not get that fucking bitch off
She
this
who shall not
podcast.
be named. Let's just
Now let's talk about demons. I'm pretty much done with Slash after this because I want to talk about these demons because there's multiple demons. I want to talk about my favourite last. So you have the Daemonettes, which again, I am going to quote my beautiful language abilities. You have Daemonettes, which are just sex crabs.
Sex crabs.
They are sex crabs.
Wow.
Yeah, they are just crabs who fuck, and that's a Daemonette.
Aren't they mean though? Aren't all the
They-
demons mean?
They manifest themselves in the areas of greatest depravity. So like they're gonna be pretty messed up, not nice individuals. They're gonna be like in
Average
D&P on a
space
Thursday
wolf
night.
player.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm really sorry. I will cut this bit out of the podcast. I need to cough really badly. Yeah, but it's okay. We're fine for now. Sorry, I choked on some water before I came up here, and it was still stuck in my throat. I'm really sorry.
3, 2, 1. We are back.
Whoa, what happened there?
I coughed really
no idea.
hard.
To be fair, sorry guys, I OD'd on the fan cart again.
No, I hit a blinker too hard, and I had to.
Sex crabs
hack
got
my
me
lungs out.
chunning, to be honest.
Yeah, they made me choke on my tea, and I couldn't. I had to. Yeah.
Can't
yeah.
be trusted to drink fluids anymore. Can
No,
you?
We're
I'm
not.
not
So
allowed.
So sex crabs, if you think sex crabs are cool, let's move on. I'm going to tell you about the fucking steed of Slanesh, which is something rode by Daemonette. And really, the only way to describe this thing is a horse with boobs.
Oh, nice.
And a very, very, very long, weirdly weird tongue.
Oh, I didn't know where that was going.
No.
There.
Yeah,
I got a bit
that's-
nervous.
You know what? Got
Yeah.
me turned on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're ridden by Daemonettes, and they are literally just called steeds of Slanesh.
When you say ridden.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So I don't talk about Slash, but not that kind of ridden. But I'm going to talk about fiends next, which are very similar to the steeds of Slanesh, or not horses. Horses of Slanesh. Fiends of Slanesh. So these are again horse-like antelopes.
Okay.
They're horses. They've got an antelope face. They've got some weird legs. I think they also have some breasts. Like it's Slanesh. Everything's got breasts. There. It's fucking yeah. It's cool. I'm gonna let that sit for a bit. Let's go. So, they've got these tongues that basically just give unbeatable head. Yeah, Neve's pulled up the picture now.
Wow.
That's a steed. Look at that head-giving tongue. I mean, I'm on the fiends now. Look at
It's
the fiends.
like an anteater.
Get a fiend up, because he's looked similar.
Imagine
but
a
they're different.
is it so a steed is Slanesh is a sexy anteater.
Yeah, it's a hot anteater. And my
Yeah,
god,
of
if
course,
Emperor's
but-
children come back, I hope the Space Marines are riding them. Look at the Fiend of Slanesh. This thing's the same thing, but it looks a bit different. It's not really the same thing. Because actually, the Fiends have a really cool ability.
Ooh.
They can emit this musk called, like, I think it's called ossiferic musk? Ossiferic? Yeah. So they release this ossiferic musk, and it's basically, they just release this fucking 7-Eleven Fent cart around them.
What, and everyone like falls in love with them or something?
No, everyone falls asleep, they fall dead.
There's
So
like
it's the Fent card, it's their
It's-
overdose.
You know
yeah.
what? It's like Link's Africa.
Yeah, literally. It's literally Link's Africa. It's that year 7 at school who, like, doesn't know that you're not meant to use a whole Link's Africa bottle, which I'm saying after just dousing myself in Link's Africa before going to this podcast.
Alex, I found an edited one which made the fiend just a sexy woman. Like some art.
Woman?
Ew, women? Ew!
For our audio listeners right now, I can't say that because this will get demonetized. Let's go on. Let's move on. So, Keepers of Secrets.
The ones
Oh.
we all know and care about.
I want one of these models.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
beautiful. These are so fucking cool.
Wasn't there a
So-
round to the new one as well?
Yes, there is one.
They've got,
that's the second one.
Yeah, there's different types.
So-
Was it too, yeah.
These are the great demons of Slanesh. They are perfectly androgynous. They're fucking massive. They're like 15, 20 foot tall creatures. And they are covered in like fine silks. They've got claws. Some of them have spears and swords. And they're all beautifully decorated jewelry. And they're
Yeah.
like the truest representation of Slanesh. But these things are dangerous. Like they're 50, 20 feet tall, which is tall, but in the Warhammer setting, there's a lot of stuff that dwarf them.
Yeah.
These things are really dangerous. Like these things,
For their size, they pack a punch, is what you're saying.
if a mortal man looked at a Keeper's Secret, they would just splooge their pants, fall to the ground, like it just twitching, and then get ripped in half by one. yeah, I don't like that third party model. Uh,
I love kit bashes.
and they're basically just OP. They're insanely powerful demons. And there's this named one called Shalaxi Hellblade, who basically represents martial perfection, side of Slanesh, and the like glory in combat, which I know is kind of like a Khorne thing, but
well, no, Khorne's just about the violence. Slanesh is about the the
honor. Khorne's more honor and fight. Yeah. So Slanesh though is about like that. Yeah, it is. It's about that ego. It's more of an egotistical pride of being the best. Like it's not like it's like I am so perfectly good. I can take on demons my own size.
They're not trying to be like the most honourable fighter. They're trying to be the most dazzling.
Yes, they want to be flashy. They want to just kill the thing, and they won't mind prolonging someone's death just for the sake of having a fun fight. But Shalaxi, that's basically their goal. They go around different chaos gods and kill their greater demons, and that's basically the whole purpose of them as greater demon, because they're this just messed up, just pretty awesome looking keeper of secrets, and that's pretty much Slanesh in a nutshell.
Right.
I love that.
So Slanesh.
Yeah.
That's you done with Slanesh.
Yeah, it is.
Any questions? What are we thinking? I quite like Slanesh.
I love Slanesh. Generally, researching them has made me want to not start an army. I always want to start armies.
You see the models and you're like, oh.
I really want to get a Keeper of Secrets at least. I think it's such a nice model.
You know with Slanesh, right? The thing for me, I don't like Slanesh personally, but the origin story, so interesting.
Eldar God, like, oh, I love Eldar
so
gods.
Interesting. That's an Eldar God that's actually like, it's become one of the big four now.
Yeah.
You think they're not that powerful,
they,
but they're the newcomer and they are doing what they do.
They're pretty strong. They're pretty strong. Like they even got Khorne. Like I'll go on about it later, but they even got Khorne worried about.
They're the weakest of the four, aren't they? But they're not weak by any means.
They're the newest as well.
Yeah.
Right, should we spin for another god?
For our audio listeners, I'm beating my shit crazy style right there.
Slanesh took over him.
Stinky. Stinky.
Right, Nurgle.
Delicious.
The best god, objectively. So, go and just cover the topic a little bit here. Mm-hmm. Give you a broad overview of Nurgle, my favourite one.
Yeah.
So, little introduction to Nurgle. He's one of the four Chaos Gods, obviously one of the four major ones. He was the third of the Chaos Gods, the four major ones to be awakened. Okay? He came about second millennium on Old Terra in Europe. So the plagues, basically. When the plagues were ravaging Europe, he was born from the decay and suffering. And he kind of began doing his thing. Out of all the Chaos Gods as well, he's the most involved with mortal lives. The rest of them are a bit, separate from mortal lives. Nurgle is there constantly. Every little thing that happens, bit of Nurgle, okay? You got a little sniffle? Oh, Nurgle's blessed you, okay? You shit your pants? Oh, Nurgle really blessed you, okay? His power, so his little, his thing, it comes from despair, mortality, hopelessness, okay? So, unlike Slanesh, you come from, basically lust and what you're saying.
Depravity.
Nurgle comes from things coming to an end.
Yeah.
The end of a cycle and kind of, in part, the beginning of another. So you can imagine he's got quite a lot of power just from everything, okay? But I'll get onto that later. He fucking hates Tzeentch. Let's be honest. We all fucking hate Tzeentch, okay?
Fucking pitch and range, motherfucker.
He's basically, because Tzeentch got the power from the opposite thing. Nurgle's like, fuck's sake, mate. You're getting in my way, okay? He's being a bit of a twat, okay? That's Tzeentch. He likes ambition and change. Obviously, Nurgle likes despair, rot, and fucking giving up, basically.
Me for real.
Grandfather Nurgle. Grandpappy Nurgle, one might say. Jolly bloke, okay? He brings gifts. Imagine Father Christmas, but instead of getting a new Lego set, you get a sloppy pot of diarrhea, okay? That's Nurgle in a nutshell.
Some of Christmas in general.
I mean, for me it is, to be honest. One too many chalky bars.
Wake up, drink shit, repeat.
Yeah.
Wake up, full bottle of Baileys.
He often offers salvation to those inflicted with his diseases, okay? But in doing so, it's not a cure. He won't cure you. He'll just, you don't get to feel the pain, okay? You got some painkillers, basically, for a bit. But you've given your soul to him. And you begin, instead of to be, depressed and hating your life and actually just wanting to die, you kind of begin to appreciate the beauty in the decay and rot.
So he's a nice god.
This is the thing. Out of all the four Chaos Gods, he's a sound bloke.
Loves
Okay.
his children.
No, he does. He does. I'll get into this more. He actually cares for his followers.
Yeah.
He sees the gifts he gives you not as some horrible, agonizing pain, but if you give yourself over to him, you're free from that. You begin to see what he sees in the beauty of decay and all of that. And also, he's got the coolest demons. Let's be honest. He's got Puppy. They're all happy. They're all friendly, and he's got Puppy. I forgot what it's called. The Chaos Beast.
Blow drones. Those
Nurgle.
things are evil.
Yeah, but no man. Okay, you got Puppy, bro. Puppy.
But Puppy Senior, not nice.
Puppy. I love
Senior,
Puppy. I
nasty.
love Puppy. Okay. Me and Puppy besties.
It just wants to play, man.
Flying Puppy doesn't.
It's
Flying
not-
Puppy
no,
hates
no,
you.
We'll get on that, we'll
It's-
get on that.
It's not the puppy's fault that he like
Ah,
accidentally crushed you with his
don't
body
spoil.
weight.
Don't spoil. No
No
spoilers.
spoilies.
Come on, boys.
Come on, the audience clearly
Right.
doesn't know anything about 40k lore.
Yeah. Shut up, audience. You're wrong. Okay.
Get fucked.
I like Nurgle. You should too. So we'll go into Nurgle's realm now. The Garden of Nurgle.
Woo!
Pretty cool place, actually. All the other Chaos God realms, horrendous. Nurgle's is
Yeah.
just like... Imagine, like, Slough. Like, everything's decaying, everything's rotting, the air is toxic, okay? Disease everywhere. It's like that. It's home to every
The
imaginable
people are full of
disease.
diseases.
Yeah, it is. It's home to every imaginable disease and pestilence you could think of. And more that have not been released yet. They haven't been released in the new patch, okay?
No, it's like the new crop centre.
Oh god, right. Oh god, oh god.
My lordy.
So it's really like a thick jungle of like warped, like decaying trees.
Mm.
But canopies, huge oceans, crazy. It's actually kind of nice, okay? It's teeming with life. Imagine the Amazon rainforest, but instead of like monkeys in green, like bright green, it's mold and stuff's falling apart, and you've got these horrible demons walking around. But they're nice, they're friendly. So it's kind of good vibes, to be honest. And deep within the Garden of Nurgle, the heart of it is Nurgle's little mansion, his abode, one may say. Okay,
Shit fortress.
it's a shit fortress. It's made of rotting timber and crumbling roofs. Imagine like an old like house from 200 years ago or
It's like a
something.
cabin in the woods house. No, Evil Dead
Like
house.
you find like
yeah.
a ruin in the woods, yeah, and it's all
got a
falling
demonic
apart.
book covered in
Yeah,
rotten blood.
it's bad, like it's falling apart, but it's as strong as you can imagine.
Yeah.
It looks rotten, but it's good. And
It's sucked into
inside
the walls.
these mansions, or this big mansion, that's where Nurgle, Grandpappy Nurgle, chills on his rocking chair with his big pot. And
There's a mansion
cross.
inside a fortress.
No, it's a mansion inside the garden of.
Oh,
Nurgle.
okay, right, okay.
Yeah, it's not a fortress. It's literally like an old decrepit house.
That's actually pretty sick.
And he's got a big cauldron in there. He sits there and he crafts new diseases and sicknesses there.
It's
Okay.
bro cook blindness stew.
He's cooking blindness stew. Okay, blindness
That's it,
hunter
yes.
stew or whatever. This cauldron though as well. It's not like a silly little witch's cauldron, right? This cauldron is enormous. It's said to be able to contain every ocean in the galaxy within.
Cool.
And I don't understand. I'm a simple bloke. Okay, how does he fit that in there?
For our audio listeners right now, Neva's just pulled up a picture of Nurgle brewing a
Yeah,
lovely
see that's what I'm
pot of
saying.
tentacle
He's
soup.
got a little pot of soup.
My God, that looks delicious.
Just
It
don't
does.
breathe it in
It's
or go
glowing
near it.
green.
Didn't one of his little snotlings fall into it?
Yeah, I'll get
Yeah.
into that. That's pretty
Oh, there
cool.
was something, I apologise for sidetracking a little bit, when I was thinking, when you were talking about the Garden of Nurgle, the reason I ended up pulling up this picture is because I was looking for the Warhammer World diorama of the little
Yeah.
Garden of Nurgle, where there's little Nurglings dancing in
Yeah,
circles.
we'll bring that up. We'll bring that up like in the
If
edited podcast. We'll
If
have
I
a little
can
picture of
find
it.
the picture,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can
but
start to understand that it's like really like in a lovely, like lively, abundant place, but it's all just rotting and disgusting as well.
Oh yeah. Abundant with rot.
A cool little fact in this garden. There's more than one god actually. Nurgle's got a little pet. Okay, so I don't know if anyone knows about the Eldari goddess Aisha or Isha. I don't know how to
Ooh,
pronounce it.
I think it's Aisha. I don't know. I'll
So
donate to
she's
weird.
the god of like healing and longevity of the Eldari gods. And when Slanesh was brutalizing the rest of them, she captured Aisha, was going to kill her, and Nurgle was like,
Oh no.
"Give me that." I'm joking. He wasn't joking. Okay, he grabbed that. He grabbed Aisha, locked her away in the garden. Okay, saved her from being killed. Arguably, there's a fate worse of death though. Nurgle doesn't look after her as a fellow god, No, she's a test subject for every plague he ever makes to see how they are and how he can improve it. And he uses her because she won't die to the plagues.
No.
But she'll heal fast enough that the next one's ready for her. Okay, so it's a life of her getting infected, decaying, rebirth of life. Again, then infected, decaying. It's
Yeah, that's not
horrible.
really in a sticky position now, even god-wise.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
And he cooks up diabolical things on her. He's trying to make the god blight as
Yeah,
well.
the
He's
god
trying to make
blight.
a horrendous pox that will kill the other gods. And one day it will happen.
Chemical warfare.
Do all the gods just hate each other, or is it just...
They all
They have
kind of
specific
do.
enemies, but they also hate each other.
They
Yeah.
will put up with each other because
Yeah.
they all kind of want this. Most of them want the
They
same
each have their
thing.
arch nemesis.
But the others get in the way of how they want it done a lot of the time. But you know, cool little fact about Aisha as well. She often whispers into the mortal realm, cures these sicknesses that he creates. But he doesn't know about that. But that's her little like way of getting back at him for, you know,
She's a little sneaky.
injecting her with vaccines basically.
See, this is why we should listen to
No,
conspiracy theorists.
she's whispering the vaccine man.
Yeah,
Whispering
she's
the recipe.
whispering. Yeah, she's whispering the vaccines.
What if this was happening right now and the people getting whispered to with the foil hat wearers?
I
we just
would
ignore
pass
them?
away, honestly.
Do
No,
not
what if-
take tread, it is bad for you.
Oh.
What if she's there whispering like hot honey and lemon? like it's just like there's no like.
Trenbolone acetate 75 milligrams once every 2 weeks.
Once every day?
What the hell?
Monkey chow.
Honestly,
Not the
monkey
monkey
chow.
chow.
Right.
Let's
Too
go,
much
let's
monkey
go,
chow.
let's go.
So Nurgle is also, he's not just known as like the Lord of Decay or like the Lord of Death, that kind of stuff. He's known as the Lord of Ooh, okay. And you might think, oh wait, I thought each of the Chaos Gods had their own little fun section, okay? Nurgle's section is everything.
Nice.
Okay? Anything that happens, Nurgle will benefit in some way. Oh, massive battle, fucking violence everywhere. You think Khorne's winning? What about all the death? Okay, all the dead bodies, all the decay, all the rot,
All the infection.
all the suffering
Yeah,
from the
infections.
families, the actual nations themselves decay, take hits. Nurgle's getting.
The plants that grow from the battlefield.
That's what I'm saying. This is a big part of Nurgle.
Yeah.
It's the decay, the hopelessness, the despair in these people.
Nurgle.
And then the new life that brings new opportunities for more despair, decay. Okay, it's
But-
quite.
Sorry. The thing keeping Nurgle afloat is probably the Imperial God's trench foot. Like...
Nurgle's secret.
he loves trench foot.
Oh, the trash foot.
Oh, big
You
big
freak
Nurgle's
thing,
telling me
Nurgle.
to put my feet in water and leave it like that. Oh no.
He's telling me to sleep in wet socks again.
Yeah. But anyway, back onto Nurgle. So it's like literally everything that happens, he benefits. Every time one of his poxes, a cure's made for it. They've now spent all their resources to make a new cure. They're susceptible to a new pox. Another one comes out, more decay, the cycle begins. It's quite cyclic what he likes to do. Okay? And for Nurgle, he doesn't really care. He's like, oh, I've won regardless. I don't need to put as much effort in as a lot of the other ones are. For him, change is just a delay, okay? And resistance is futile because, oh, you've delayed my pox. There's another one worse than the one before. It comes again. Eventually, you will be overwhelmed. You will spend all your resources trying to stop it, and it'll keep happening.
COVID was a bit of a mid-fucking Nurgle plague, don't you think?
Wild take, okay? Ebola went hard though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that was fucking sick.
No, but it's literally like whatever happens, Nurgle is coming again. He gets stronger with each like cycle of decay, hopelessness, and despair. More plagues come out, more poxes. He's arguably he can sit back and relax, and the universe will just fall into his plan.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. Everything will decay. The cycle will begin, and he ultimately aims that the universe itself will decay. Everything in it will die, him included, all the gods. And his
And then
one
be
dream is that Tzeentch isn't reborn. Because he fucking hates Tzeentch. My god. Nurgle is normally a pretty chill dude, okay? No, you can't piss him off, that's the thing. He's a chill, jolly dude. Tzeentch pushes those fucking buttons. Tzeentch can piss him off so easily. He's like, oh, a little bit of delay, that's fine. Tzeentch isn't about a little bit of delay. Tzeentch is about millennia of delay, okay? Oh, you want this pox? Oh, they now got the cure to everything, okay? Tzeentch is a bitch, okay? I hate Tzeentch. Fuck Tzeentch. But anyway, so it quite simply, there's something I'd say beautiful about Nurgle's kind of like game plan. He's actually, I wouldn't say he's a bad guy.
No.
He's part of, Imagine you were immortal, you've been around for millions of years, and you just watch everything decay, reborn, all this cycle. And you would understand that it's somewhat beautiful. But for like an average guardsman, you get your fucking arm blown off by a corn berserker, okay? You think that's it. You think this is the end. For Nurgle, that's just a little fun thing to say.
Scratch.
No, it's like when you see like a leaf fall off a little fucking like tree or something.
Yeah.
For that tree, that's a fucking deal, okay? Something's happened. But for you, it's just a part of the cycle. So I think you can start to appreciate Nurgle here. And another thing, Nurgle's powerful, okay? Let me tell you, the decrepit emperor of mankind is a testament to this power, okay? The absolute...
You're not about to say the Emperor's alive now because of Nurgle.
Humanity are desperate, so desperate, to try and maintain the Emperor, keep him alive as hard as they can. Alive. Quotation marks, okay?
Or is it you mummified?
But no, they sacrifice 1,000 bodies and soul every day, okay? And it's all in vain, because it's a losing battle. But not for Nurgle. Oh, 1,000 bodies and souls of death and decay? Nurgle's getting more powerful. Or they don't do that. Emperor dies, Nurgle's more powerful. Everything falls into his plan. This is the point.
The Emperor's perpetual, so he'll come back since that's so falling.
That's another cycle. Another cycle of decay. It's you start to realise Nurgle's not playing this.
Nurgle's everywhere.
Everyone's playing chess. Nurgle's playing fucking like
Checkers.
5-dimensional checkers, okay? It's easier, but it's crazy what he's doing. Yes. What would you... Neve has a question.
Neve has a question, but would you also say that maybe half of the population makes Nurgle more powerful monthly? If Nurgle's the god
I
of
think
cycles,
we'll get round to that in
the
corn.
corn section.
I think that's more of corn.
Blood
For the blood god, yeah.
We can have a debate about whether that's Nurgle or Corn's kind of scene at the end, I guess, or maybe
Yeah.
after the Corn section.
Like I was saying,
it's something I'm itching to talk about.
It's everyone's like, oh, Nurgle doesn't get stronger on the ammunition and the massive battles that are fought themselves on the violence. He gets stronger on the aftermath somewhat. Like Neve said, the infection, the death, the decay on everyone's side. There is no winner or loser for Nurgle. He is the winner at the end of the day. You cannot beat him. Whatever happens, Nurgle's going poggies, okay?
He's popping off.
Yeah. Let's talk about Nurgle himself, though. How do we envisage Nurgle? What do you guys think? How do you see him?
Fat dude with a big pot of disease.
Yeah? You're pretty... It's kind of that. What do you think?
It's the same thing where when you think about the imagery of Nurgle, it's this big green guy's oozing with all sorts. He's got open
Imperial
wounds.
Fists player.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
But yeah, so Nurgle, like all the Chaos Gods, all the ruinous powers, they take many forms, okay? They manifest in many different ways. But generally Nurgle's depicted as this immense bloated humanoid. Big guy, fat, okay? Imagine a power builder. He's got leathery necrotic skin, open sores and oozing wounds littering his body, okay? This man is not healthy. Imagine like a really fat zombie. But he's really fun. And out of these like open wounds hang his organs and like it's horrendous, okay?
Sounds like a real fun soft play.
Honestly, yeah.
Bro is always depicted with
Talking about
wounds
that,
as well.
The soft play somewhat is for the Nurglings. They run inside, okay? They play inside his organs. That's just part of it. It's the decay and the rebirth. So in all these like wounds, maggots lay eggs, maggots grow, they leave as flies. That's part of it. His body is decaying, but out of the decay comes another life with more possibility for decay and despair and all of this. So in short, imagine Nurgle. He basically has a dad bod, okay?
Hot.
Yeah, Nurgle is hot, okay? Let me tell you.
I like this one.
Yeah, so we've got a picture up here. It's kind of like that.
Oh shit, that's my grandma.
Okay, right. It's a depiction. It's one of my favourite depictions. I know it's not Nurgle. It's more like a.
It's a
Graham
Demon
Keen
Prince.
one,
It's
yeah.
a really old one though. It's from some of the like older Warhammer.
80s artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is the one where he's got massive thighs.
Bro looks like a chicken drumstick.
Bro looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
so
I think he's one of the coolest looking.
I'd smash.
Yeah. I mean, he would smash me, okay?
Yeah.
I want to jump in that cauldron, swirl me around a little bit, make me into a little soup. Okay?
Those legs must be made from jelly because jam don't shake like that.
Woo!
Right, more about Zinch. I fucking hate Zinch, okay? And so does Nurgle.
Yeah.
So the whole rivalry, they're old enemies, old as time, okay? Power comes from opposite mortal emotions, and beliefs. Zinch about change, Nurgle about despair and giving up. Zinch's power, honestly, it comes from mortals believing they can change their fortune. Whether that's true or not, who knows? Nurgle's comes from kind of the defiance born out of despair and hopelessness and accepting your death.
Yeah.
You accept what's going to happen is going to happen. There is no point trying to change it because it's already going to happen. Okay? And they hate each other so much that Nurgle's like, yo, my little followers, yo, my little cultists, fuck with Zinch, okay? You know what they do? They find Zinch-like worshippers and stuff. They're always in government. Wonder why. Fucking hate Zinch.
Rats.
Big Zinch. Rats. You know what Nurgle do? They shut down those governments. Oh, you're trying to change and be futuristic? No, we're going back to... Nurgle's a conservative, okay? Nurgle wants to keep it the old ways.
Nurgle caused the great stink in London, man.
He
made
did.
that Thames full of shit and piss.
He's about to cause a great stink in my pants. Okay.
He already has.
No, but they have the war between Nurgle and Zinch is legitimately ceaseless. It's played out across every reality you can imagine, everywhere you can imagine anything. Whatever Zinch does, okay?
Nurgle does better.
Nurgle tears it down. Nurgle is better at tearing Zinch's stuff down than Zinch is at tearing Nurgle's down as well. And it's quite funny because the god of change can't change his own fucking plans to work. Okay? Useless god. Yeah, so he's pretty cool. Let's talk about Nurgle's like demons now, his blessings.
His blessed demons.
His chosen ones. Obviously, the one we can't ignore, Death Guard. We talked about it a bit in episode 1 in our Primarch tier list. But basically, the Death Guard were getting ravaged during the Horus Heresy by Nurgle's diseases and poxes. Okay? Their death was inevitable. Their suffering was inevitable. And Mortarion, through seeing the pain and suffering in his sons, called out for some kind of salvation.
Typhus did everything wrong.
I'll get into that. And Nurgle answered this call for salvation. He didn't give him a cure, though.
Yeah.
No. I'll give you my blessings, Nurgle. Farted on them a bit. They're immune to the pain. They don't feel it. But the decay now in them is more severe. They're more tough. They don't feel pain. But it's this constant, cycle that is this blessing. On top of that, they've now become kind of grotesque Plague Marines. They were once these spick and span, white and grey armour. Now it is diseased, rotting, bursting carapaces, slime, disgust everywhere. Okay, and recently they've been very active in the era Indomitus. Little cool bug fact. They're bringing Nurgle's blessings to the Ultramarines host system of Ultramar. Because honestly, Gilliman could use it. You need some fucking help. Pretty cool though. We don't like Typhus. That is the Death Guard kind of chosen of Nurgle. He basically did everything wrong. He really likes Nurgle. He's a bit of just an all round bit of a mid-ass guy. So yeah.
Mid.
Yeah, mid. Demons are Nurgle now. His little jolly little fellas. Okay, my favourite bit.
His little jiggle monkeys.
No, the image of them, you would chun and you would want to just die the second you see them. They stink. They're disgusting. They're grotesque and revolting.
Like my
That was
nutsack.
actually kind of fire that right there. Do you hear that? But they're rotting. But all of their the lesions, the organs hanging out of them, they're jolly little guys. They're actually really friendly. Okay, they come. They just want to give you a gift. They don't know the gift's gonna hurt you.
That was the Snash thing.
No. They're lovely. Oh. Look, it's every bodily fluid with Nurgle. Okay, not just ooze and blood. But they give you these gifts. They hear your screams of pain and agony. They think you're saying thank you. They're like, woo! Giving them a little gift.
Like
They're honestly, they are all they're all good intentioned. That's the thing. I think it's arguably the only Chaos Demons who actually
are nice.
Happy. They care about their followers.
They're not horny or angry.
No, they're literally just like, oh, yo, have this gift. This is sick. Okay, you get it. If you don't give in to Nurgle, you're going to be in pain for the rest of your life. Your short life. If you don't give in to him, you're just going to be like, yo, I'm kind of chilling.
If I saw a Nurgle, I'd give it a hug.
I'd things I do to a Nurgle. Oh my god,
Bro, picking up like a chicken nugget.
You know what, about Nurglings? Let's move on to them. One of my favourite demons in
They're
Nurgle.
so
We
cute.
love them.
They're
I
so
love Nurglings.
cute.
Can we get up the image of the little Nurgling with the like Death Guard helmet on it? It is my favourite like model in the entire game. My favourite little
I like
thing.
the sassy Nurgling from Boltgun there.
Oh, fucking.
It's the sassy Nurgling.
Yes.
Yeah. I've literally got this model. Yeah.
He's
He's
so
so
cool.
sassy.
He's
He's
so
got his
cool.
little hands on his head.
We love Nurglings. Okay. Basically, they're tiny little mischievous demons who are small facsimiles of Nurgle. If you want me to tell you what that word is, it means copies. They're literally we've got some pictures up, yeah.
That Nurgling's a
the
core
little
night,
Nurgling.
Nurgling.
But they're basically like little identical copies of Nurgle. And in such they are sacred and they are to be respected. Okay? They are identical copies of him, just a little silly little guys, okay? We love them, okay? They go around in swarms of hundreds of little guys, okay? Hundreds of little fun. Imagine like a preschool, okay? They run around like that in little packs, okay? Little kids. And they're pretty cool. They tend to live as well inside Champions of Nurgle. So like I said, Nurgle's a play park, basically, for Nurglings. Loads of them run around in them. All the great and clean ones, loads of like any greater demon of them. They'll have little Nurglings living in their bellies. And if they get attacked, the Nurglings will defend their home and, you know. So they're pretty cool. We love them.
So you know when Alex was talking about crabs earlier?
Yeah. Basically, Nurglings as well, how they're made, they're just like, they're bogies and hemorrhoids of Nurgle, okay?
Bro pops a little shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Nurglings come out.
He pops a shit.
Is those like
Oh,
rabbit
bit of blood.
shits
Oh,
you have?
that's a Nurgling on my hand, okay?
Oh shit, it's a blood clot. Oh.
Now for some less interesting ones, we got Plague Bearers, rank and file Nurglings. They're vectors of disease. They're pretty cool. They fight, the rank and file soldier of his armies. They're pretty fucking effective at what they do. They are resilient and unending. You got plague drones. These are basically, imagine a plague bearer. A plague bearer is like a humanoid zombie, basically. Think of it like that. A green zombie, guts hanging out, one big cycloptic eye, little horn maybe if he's lucky. A plague drone is like a sergeant of plague bearers. So he's a plague bearer. He's good at what he does. Okay, there's progression. Okay, within this military, they fly around on little drones, little flies, leading their armies into battle. Quite formidable. These flies, they're called rot flies. Okay, plague drones, plague bearers, Nurglings, jolly blokes. Okay, rot flies, spite and hatred. These people or these things are disgusting. Huge demonic insects. Imagine like a mosquito, but fat, bloated, decaying. Spite, nothing else, and they're
birthed in Australia.
Apart if you're in Australia and it's just Nurgle's armies, but they're born in horrendous ways in the swamps in Nurgle's gardens, and we'll get into that in a second. Because before they're reborn as a rotfly, they start as a puppy, a beast of Nurgle. Okay,
Aww.
So these guys are literally imagine like a year-old puppy.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. They just want to play with you. They're amazing little guys. They just run around. They're friendly, fun-loving. Imagine Jabba the Hutt, okay? It kind of looks like Jabba the Hutt with two front legs.
Yeah.
Crawls itself around, just trying to, play. And basically, how they become rotflies is the Death Guard and Nurgle's forces utilise these puppies because they're not small. Imagine probably like I don't know.
Like a walrus.
Imagine like a huge van.
They're
the size
slug.
It's a big slug the size of a van, okay? Death Guard and the armies bait them into the enemies. They just want to play. They don't understand military.
They want to hug you.
Yeah, they do. The plague puppies want to hug you, okay? I love plague puppies. But they crush you to death because they don't understand that you feel pain. They don't really. They're just kind of chilling. They play with you. And they get really sad after a bit. They're like, fuck, why does no one want to play with me? Every time I go to cuddle them, I get crushed and I kill them, they shoot me, they're angry at me. I just want to hug. I'm just trying to play. And they go wither away into the Garden of Nurgle. They go dig themselves into the swamp, and they start to cook. They decay, they die. And the pure hatred that is left behind for these people that didn't want to play with them is reborn into the rotfly, the horrific mosquito. And they are truly
angry boys.
They are angry. They are imagine a mosquito who's just done a line of coke. Okay, bro is not chilling.
Chaotic.
Yeah, not good. Then we've got the Herald of Nurgle. This is like the highest rank you can be as a Plague Bearer. You're like a general at this point. You are valuable, and you're kind of destined to become, something else. You're going for greater things at this point. There's just the normal demons, though. My last little bit, greater demons. Okay.
I love greater demons.
Obviously, the one everyone knows. Great Unclean One.
Oh yeah, the big guy, the big boy.
They're the greatest of all Nurgle's servants, and they're made in the image of Nurgle himself. Imagine like a scaled up Nurglin or a scaled down Nurgle. Okay, somewhere in between. But they're big. They can be like the size of mountains. Horrendously tough. They harbour the most lethal and like secret of Nurgle's poxes. You see one of these things? No matter what you are, you're Primarch, you're gonna get sick. Okay, this is gonna put you on the verge.
You're gonna get a deal of school cold.
You're gonna get a sniffle.
Yeah, no, this stuff will kill like demigods. Okay.
You might throw up a bit of blood.
Yeah.
Nothing
I would
unusual.
say I can
Not you in first year.
most impressive of all
Spoilers.
of the great demons from the Forerunners Pass. The other ones, they're pretty cool. Great Unclean Ones, they are truly like Nurgle
Bowling
himself.
balls.
No, they are the other ones are just like little like kind of demons. They are demons. Great Unclean Ones are much more like Nurgle himself than just a demon.
They're more like mini parts of Nurgle rather than
they
like...
are very
fragments,
impressive. They make their own poxes as well. They do their own things. They truly are like baby Nurgles. Imagine he's basically got a load of child labour, Nurgle. He's got a bunch of his kids, which are the Great Unclean Ones, to try and cook up some poxes for him. They're not great normally. They're not as good as his ones, but they're good enough to do some damage. That's what they do. And they actually, the thing about them I quite like as well, they're all jolly. They care about their demons. They do. They're like a grandpa. Oh, imagine you've got a 5-year-old kid who comes back. Daddy, I passed my spelling test. He's proud for you, okay? He gives you a high five. He high fives his little plague bearers and stuff. He's happy for them.
Doesn't smack him around.
No, he's like, oh, you did a pox. Sick, okay?
He's a gold star.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you killed a Slanesh demon? Lovely, okay?
He's 2 gold
They're
stars.
proud, yeah. They're really proud. And you got, a little nameable one, Rotigus.
Oh.
Love him. Don't know too much about him. But I know Death Guard summoned him into a siege years in. And he absolutely toppled wherever they were
I know
taken.
for sure it's not the Siege of Rax.
No, but it's somewhere. And I just remember reading this little excerpt that the soldiers and defenders thanked that they were dying before the Rotigus and his demons got to them, okay? Because this thing, he had the poxes that would melt your skin off your face. And he was thankful that getting cut apart by a plague marine was a better was a better experience. The other great demon, you got Demon Princes, okay? Demon Prince Nurgle, pretty standard. He's just a former space marine. Served Nurgle quite a lot, accomplished a lot. And Nurgle was like, I'm blessing you good now, okay? You are now
the good shit.
Yeah, you get the good shit, okay? Give me that.
I'm joking, I'm not.
But so basically you just become immortal. Pretty much you become a demon, it's that you die, respawn in 10 years, okay? You're alright, mate. It's great. They resemble abominations, their armour is burst, they've got huge swelling and like pussy like organs coming out. Necrotic flesh, it's horrible. Notable one of those, you got Mortarion, obviously. So you imagine the Mortarion model, he's got these huge wings, his armour's broken, everything's decaying. Yeah, that is him, pretty much. Okay, I'm him, moment.
Me for real.
But that is my little Nurgle coverage. What do we like? Do we like Nurgle?
Like him. I love him.
I think we can all think of a
good
time in our lives where we were blessed by Nurgle.
Oh yeah.
2 minutes ago. Don't slip in,
no.
boys.
No, Alex. Our first year flat was certainly blessed by Nurgle.
We had some little Nurglings running around that kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, they were
I
rooting.
One thing, I think Nurgle's the most powerful. Inevitable. Right now, Khorne's most powerful. Nurgle is inevitable. No matter what, Nurgle will win. His whole thing is decay, and everything will decay. You can't, whatever happens, he wins. He wins or lose, he still wins. It's a delay for him, not a defeat.
I feel like we're all going to be arguing over whether our specific demon is the most powerful, but I think we can all agree that it's not Slanesh.
Yeah, we can all agree
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I know exactly who's going to be most powerful in my argument. I'm looking forward to it.
But that's Nurgle, boys. Shall we spin the wheel for the next
do
one?
it.
Do you want to spin the wheel? Yeah,
Yes.
we're almost halfway through. Well, kind of. It depends, because,
We'll spin the wheel.
Yeah.
We'll do one more, and then we'll have a quick coffee
Quick
break,
minute.
and then we will come back.
I think it's me, luckily, so that means, Alex, you get so much work to do later.
You got 2 back to back.
Yeah, baby.
Two. One.
Lightweight.
One. So
Let's
I
have corn.
have been tasked with talking about the lovely, lovely Zinch.
Fuck Zinch.
My goodness.
Yeah, boy.
My goodness, is Zinch confusing and complex? Because his whole thing is that he is confusing and complex. He was the first god, if I'm correct.
I think so. I don't know the order that well.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
not
he's the
sure.
first, 'cause I'm
I'd
pretty
imagine
sure-
corn came about from like
I think
medieval like
corn,
fights.
Corn
and
did.
humanity
I think
fighting.
corn came from like the Mongolians and Crusades.
Yeah.
It's like something like that.
Yeah, you can tell I did really good research for this.
It's it's hard to find out where they came
Yeah,
from.
no,
It's
it is
such old lore.
Because his whole thing is that he exemplifies what the warp is, where it is the ever-changing nature, he's a god of fate, he's god of plots, god of schemes. But his whole thing is he doesn't really plot towards an outcome. He often gets bested, even though he can see the past and the future. He just loves scheming. He just loves being a little mischievous, scheming
Rubbing
guy.
his little hands together, yeah.
I like those videos, like the little flies rubbing their hands together. That is Zinch. He's always portrayed as, like this, usually a being that is floating, usually quite grotesque, and usually malformed, covered in... Yeah, that's literally the picture I have it right now.
Zendaya. So, I mean, is it Zenyatta?
Zendaya. So Tom Holland's just like,
No. Zenyatta from Overwatch. Or
Smash
Zendaya.
Siege.
And typically covered in eyes as well. He's covered in eyes, because it is all the thing about being all seeing.
Sounds like me when I eat the cow shit mushrooms.
No. Anyway, he is the one that weaves the thread that connects every action. He's aware of all visions and all plans in the galaxy, and he definitely favours those who are cunning and intelligent over those who are strong. He preys on highly ambitious individuals, people who are striving for change, and people who are striving for prestige, power over other people, or just striving for anything really, just striving for change. He doesn't necessarily always go for these powerful people. He will take anyone. You're a miner. He doesn't want to be a miner anymore. No, not like that.
I mean, this is getting to the Slash realms again. This is getting
You're
bad.
working.
Oh.
You're working.
I'm joking.
You're working in the corpse starch factory and you want a raise.
Right, I'm the
Zinch
corpse
is in your
starch
ear.
factory.
Zinch is in your ear like, hey, you want a raise faster, man?
You know what else is in the corpse starch factory? No.
I thought you were about to say my mom.
It will be if you don't like Nurgle.
Basically, he feeds off a desire and a dream for change. And those wanting change are just very susceptible to his corruption. And he's non-discriminatory about who he asks to be corrupted. Well, doesn't ask, does he? Just...
Hey, dude, do you mind being corrupted by me? Yeah, you know what? Sure, that sounds fucking good.
Yeah. He's also the god of knowledge and comprehension. And he's capable of creating things so complex that they can't even sustain themselves. I'm sorry, I'll go with his original one. Something I've written here is perhaps he does have a plan, we just can't comprehend it as it's too complex. People are like, maybe he's plotting to like overthrow the other demons because they all tried to gang up on him. And it's like, but we don't know. Because his plans are so complex.
Ever going, never ending.
Not even he
Ever
knows what he's
scheming.
planning, yeah.
Bro's pondering his orb too hard.
He recruits Chaos Warlords and Magi's, people who are masters of sorcery. And the use of magic and psychic powers is what is seen as the best expression of faith to Zinch. Which is, a big contrast to the psychers in the Imperium of Man, who are just pretty much being milked.
Hi, Siege.
They're just, I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, so when the other... I am so lost in my own nerves.
Do we want to take a refresher break?
I got this.
Lock in.
I'm locking in.
Right.
Viewing so hard.
I'll get the 6 milligrams in out. Got it out. And if you pop the 6
My
milligrams in,
problem
you're
is
fine.
I'm always scared to be wrong, because one, you'll kill me. Two,
just go nuts, man. Have some fun.
The Warhammer community will never forgive
he
you.
was
Be in your own
he
head.
was in a way considered to be one of the most powerful Chaos Gods. And then the others kind of put aside their differences for a minute and went, let's take this bitch down. And he went, nuh-uh, crystallise himself and then shattered across the galaxy.
Yeah, because didn't he...
Which nerfed him significantly.
Didn't he, like,
because...
beat the rest of Chaos Gods and he was like, oh, this shit's too easy.
Yeah, he just gave up.
Fucking restarted.
Yeah.
Bro was bored. He's like,
he's on the 100% fucking achievement run right now. That's what he's doing.
And he does like to go into the mortal realm as well. Maybe not as much as Nurgle does, but he likes to go in and he sometimes manifests as human, sometimes just horrible mutated
so he's
animals.
just like Christian God almost, just coming down to earth like, fucking,
He's Jesus. He's literally Jesus. He turns, instead of turning water into wine, though, he comes and like turns you into just like dust. Like,
I will grant you dust.
I will grant you a third arm.
You know who wins from there as well?
Nurgle.
Nurgle.
I mean, if I had a third arm, I think I'd be winning.
I already do. I've got a third leg.
Oh, disgusting. You're disgusting.
For our audio
So
listeners.
For the audio listeners, I actually do have a third leg. I got a horrific deformation.
I'm looking at it right now, guys. He does.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's talk about the realm that he lives in. Let's talk about his little mind palace. What am I saying? It's as fluid and shifting as you would imagine something created by Tzeentch is. Fluid as in
palace.
no, right? It's fluid as in it
Fluids
changes.
in my pants right now.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Entering his realm sends people into madness, unless they're very, very strong-minded. It's known as the Crystal Labyrinth, and it doesn't have a guard, because it's just so god-awful to try and navigate through that you either will go mad or get trapped before you even manage to navigate your way through. Supposedly, there is a true path, and it's claimed that it leads to infinite knowledge, like an infinite library of knowledge, and it's connected by 9 gateways, because 9 is his special number.
Can you just use a ladder? Like, does it have a ceiling?
Oh,
Okay,
God,
just ladder up and just like walk.
in the term labyrinth, it's not like a maze. It's more like, do you like the magic staircases in Harry Potter that like?
Oh, it's just constantly. It's like a geometric puzzle.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a stair dimension or something like that.
Supposedly, one person made it through.
What? The labyrinth?
Made it through the labyrinth.
Malkador?
Was it?
No, it was somebody. It was either a woman or somebody presenting themselves as a woman. I
Malkador.
don't know if it was.
Emperor. Big E.
It might. I'm saying Big E or Malkador
Yeah.
definitely did that.
But there's not much more on that. Apparently, she made it through. There is guards on the gates when you get to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
So you have to like beat them in a chess game or something.
No, that would be
Goes
funny.
up like by 100 rating each time.
It's basically
Magnus
a
Carlsen.
giant floating. Yes, it's a giant floating Magnus Carlsen. No, it's a giant floating mouth, and it asks you one of 999 riddles, which are pretty much impossible to answer. And if you answer wrong, it eats you. It just scrans you, swallows you whole.
Just don't answer its riddles. What's it going to do? Eat you? No, I haven't answered.
You won't set the fraternity.
I think I have
a life.
We're speaking about Magnus Carlsen. I think I have written somewhere here, do not challenge Tzeentch to a chess game. You won't win.
No, Magnus would show up like 10 minutes late, fucking rearrange all his pieces and beat him in 10 seconds.
We know that in the centre of the labyrinth there is a fortress, and again it's just as maddening and hard to navigate as the labyrinth itself.
Siege's Palace of Dreams.
And it has a library of every thought, everything that has happened, will happen, stories untold, told. It has everything, and some are so full of knowledge they've gained sentience and like argue with each other and rewrite themselves, and they have to be put under magic to stop them from doing that because it's just But then there's also the thought, Tzeentch really only allows visitors to perceive what he wants them to perceive, so this could all just be a mind trick and just all just be fake and just Tzeentch's greater plan and
Tzeentch's greatest
Tzeentch's
plan.
mischief.
His entire plan is that he actually knows nothing. He's just trying to like gaslight people.
I have something written down here at the end that literally just says Tzeentch's only goal is to perpetuate his goals.
It is one of the most confusing characters.
You can't understand it.
This is why it's hard to talk about, especially with that sort of background. It gets easier now when I talk about his legions and his stuff, because this is the stuff that's actually quite, people have seen it. It's still confusing, but
You know it's there at least.
Yeah. His legions, again, confusing, magic. I'm not using the word fluid again because of what happened last time. They're unpredictable. They change a lot. Tzeentch loves change. Unlike myself.
Lore drop.
Lore drop. Autism lore. His legions are commanded by greater demons or lords of change, which are his biggest ones. They're like the great unclean ones of Tzeentch. They are his big demon guys. The most basic troop in his armies are the pink horrors. They are magic in physical form, and to hurt people, to attack people, they just release their energy.
They like throw fireballs and stuff, or is
It's
So are they like...
It's like magic fire and also magic energy.
I thought, are they not like little nuclear reactors that just quickly turn on for a second near you and you just die?
Isn't that not like the little flame horrors that you...
No, the flame horrors though, the
They're
fireballs.
just slightly different.
I thought they blew up. Like, I thought it blew
So
up.
it's basically when one of these pink horrors is cut, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you cut off one of its
Killed,
arms.
yeah.
It then turns into 2 blue horrors.
Oh.
And then if you cut one of the blue horrors, it turns into 2, I think they were called brimstone horrors.
Yeah.
I might be slightly wrong, but I think that's the smallest ones. I think that might be the ones that you're thinking of,
brimstone,
the fire
that's
ones, which are your weakest ones. But yeah, you start with the pink ones, 2 blues, and then down to the little brimstone guys. There's also screamers. I mean, I have pictures of all these. I'm just not showing you guys. There's also screamers. The screamers fly, and funnily enough, they scream.
Steve Irwin's worst nightmare.
And their screams have psychological effects on whoever hears them. They're also extremely fast, and their jaws can bite through ship's hulls, and they will
Wow.
chase you into the warp if you try and get away from them.
My
They
God.
will
Well, yeah, they
chase
come
us.
from the warp,
Yeah.
don't they? Yeah.
If you start trying to leave the warp or you try to put up some defences, they will fucking follow you and
Jesus.
they will get you.
So these things just nutty.
And then there's also flamers. I'll show you the picture of the flamers because it's hard to
Flavors are weird, yeah.
to
Yeah.
understand what that means.
That's their model as well, which is
It's so ugly.
I
It's-
hate the model. The model's gross. This is probably the more updated one.
No.
No, they've
No.
not updated the model in ages.
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
the
crap.
same model.
Is it the same model?
No, that's a very old one. Actually,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
thought it just
first
got
one.
an oval base.
I think that's a metal one. Yeah, they're new. They're still old models though.
I hate them anyway. But the thing that they do is they just cause mutations in people. Like Yeah, but both these and the pink horrors, when they come near you, they can just cause you to turn into all sorts of things, basically. So the flamers mutate you, they like, make you grow an arm, whatever, or make your body like shrivel or something. Sorry, Jack, about the third one. That's awful. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make.
What shrivels?
Oh God, no. Okay, the pink horrors as well. I remember that when I was watching a video, when I was reading more about it.
So it
Like,
makes it shrivel.
oh, they make people turn into like stone. They make people turn into dust, butterflies, and which means fighting these demons is always such a mess of colour and things going on that it's
Yeah.
so confusing because it's kind of like if I was to go bam and touch you and then suddenly you just turn into something else random. You don't
I'd
know what
freak
it's gonna
out,
be.
Yeah.
You turn into a bunch of butterflies. You just puff into a
It would
glitter
be like
bomb.
having a nightmare trip.
Yeah. That could be the
Turn
way
into
to
a worm
explain
and eat
it.
grass.
Oh, good. My legs
That's
are...
never happened to anyone here, so
No, no.
wouldn't know. I would not know.
And then I've simply put a comment on the end of that is that they are just devious guys.
Devious.
They are devious little guys.
Rambunctious fellas.
Rambunctious. Scheming. They love to scheme.
Schemy rats.
No, about their greater demons though. They're typically large bird-like creatures, and they have big
blokes.
bright wings, and they have very long necks for some reason. Just happen
Giraffe.
to.
You know what they say about things with long necks.
What?
Big
Changes
scarves.
many
Normally a
realities.
chicken.
Oh.
Big scarves.
Big scarves.
Incredibly intelligent, powerful sorcerers, and they're pretty hard to outplot. They're always one step ahead. Like I said, do not play them at chess.
Or Warhammer.
Yeah, or Warhammer for that matter. Yeah,
You shouldn't
they
pay
can.
them.
His greater
It's
demons
secondary.
can. His greater demons can be bested, but it's hard because they are just very, very good at plotting. And by the time you realise you're in their plot, it's too late. But they can be bested. One of the most known ones is Kairos Fateweaver.
Yeah.
He's the guy with the 2 heads. He's always talking. One's always talking about the past. One's always talking about the future. But the downfall of this is he cannot see the present. He can only see the past and the future. So not a clue what's going on at the moment. But he's got a really cool model.
But he kind of does know what's already happened, so he knows,
Yeah.
He doesn't know yet, so he
doesn't know what he's existed. Well, no, he does.
He doesn't know at what
not
point
what
in
Frank's
time
plan
he
is.
is, because he
Yeah.
sees the entire of the past and the entire of the future at the same time, I think.
Yeah.
So he's like, I think, because doesn't Zinch have him sat next to him and he has loads of people trying to write down what he's saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
basically.
Zinch himself can't see into the future, I don't think.
No.
But this little bloke can. And he's
He's
like,
been-
oh,
he's been
write this
sort
stuff
of-
down, man.
He's been granted Zinch's knowledge.
Yeah.
but in like the worst way possible, in the most incoherent.
It's like you will never be
difficult
able to
way.
actually know everything at once, but you will be able to know everything at once.
Yeah.
But fuck you.
It's like he knows everything, but he can't use any of it.
God, nothing.
And he's always just babbling, because like that's so much going through your head at once.
Yeah.
I imagine much more on the future side. He must be really going through it. Like the past side is like, oh, it's getting more and more every day. You know, slow drip. The future side is like, I have seen cosmic horrors beyond belief. Anyway, demon princes as well. We gotta cover demon princes. They're just mortals that have elevated to the highest ranks. So you know, Thousand Suns most likely. The most well-known one is obviously Magnus the Red, the Demon Primarch. I love Magnus. He's pretty cool. Did nothing wrong.
C-tier.
I think we did end up with him in C tier.
F-tier.
Find out where he was placed in episode 1 of the Glue Guzzlers podcast.
You know, Magnus
Spoiler
is...
alert.
It's not high.
He's
I
red.
reckon.
his presence just warps the fabric of reality. You know, he can see through the immaterium and real space, and he uses... I really misspelled that, but he uses psychic energy to fight enemies. That's the whole thing. They use the psychic energy. They use energy. They use the warp.
Because it's like mortals can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the immaterium is, by the way. It just...
They're Lovecraftian.
The immaterium is just the warp.
I think it is just the warp, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
The materium
the
is
real world.
The material world.
It's the material world, and the immaterium is like the warp, like psychic world.
They love stuff to do with eyes as well. All of the Zeech imagery, they have loads of eyes.
It's not about knowledge, so it's like their way of like seeing
All seeing
things.
eyes.
Yeah,
the eye
but
of
it's
Ra.
also, but then also Magnus only has one eye, so that's because he.
Hey, Odin. That's how Odin got
Rocket
knowledge.
woman.
It's like that Odin reference where it's like Magnus lost 9.
He
now
gave
he's
his eye
gained
to
so
Zeech.
much
Yeah.
knowledge. Yeah.
He sacrificed. He gave his like 2 Zeech.
It's a little Odin reference, but little Viking mythology reference.
Pretty cool. You
Fucking
love your
Egyptian
Viking.
space
You love
prince.
your Viking
I do,
mythology.
I do.
You little nerd. Yeah, but the way to sum up Zeech is he loves to scheme, and he schemes for the sake of scheming, and he's just mischievous.
Bro just schemes to scheme.
He just likes to stir the pot. No, it's not like Nurgle does,
Yeah,
but like he
Nurgle.
likes to stir the pot.
Logan just double fisting the pot spatula.
Oh, shat my pants, put another Nurglen in the stream.
It's like that scene in The Hobbit where those trolls sing over the pot like
Yeah.
It's like it's because it adds some
Alex, you
flavour.
actually spat on yourself.
Oh, lit that up, you booty.
Oh, tasty.
Right, go wipe yourself up. It's break time.
Oh.
Piss time.
Ow.
Stinky
Ow.
news. What I'm gonna hit.
Ow.
Oh.
See you guys.
Oh.
I'm a wheel myself over to the desk. Okay, so I've got to do these things sometimes. And by these things I mean sample various Citadel paints. Today I decided that Nurgle's Rot would be the one that I chose. And the thing with Nurgle's Rot is it might as well just be contrast paint mixed with a bit of PVA glue. And that is certainly what it tastes like. However, I also found I got some herbal notes from Nurgle's Rot. I'm not sure what that is. It must be the rotting leaves, or maybe it was the Earl Grey tea that I was drinking beforehand. But either way, I think... do you know how people put like Marmite in a pasta sauce to, you know, give it a bit of pizzazz? I feel like a little Nurgle's Rot in a pasta sauce would just give it that like herby edge and really just enhance the flavours. Or as like a garnish for a gin. Though the texture is a bit weird, so I'm not sure about putting it in something liquid. It'd give it a nice green sort of tinge. That might put kids off it though. Not that I'm recommending kids to eat gluey paint, just that in a gin maybe. I feel like it'd just give that herby edge, especially like a very botanical gin, like a Hendrix, maybe a Gordon's. But yeah, or like I said, like a tomato pasta. It'd have to be a tomato pasta. It couldn't be like a creamy pasta. A creamy pasta would be like it's just not the right flavours. It's too sharp for a creamy pasta. I feel like it'd almost make it like curdle. That I guess that is the work of Nurgle and the work of his sort of cycles, his rot, his he's the one who's responsible for your milk going off in the fridge a few days early. And then when you open it and you want to put it on your Weetabix, you're like, oh, why does it smell like fresh cheese? That's not what you want. That's not what you want at all from a nice milky brew or a milky Weetabix. Speaking of Weetabix, though, I feel like a little bit of a little bit of sterling mud would add that like edge. Add that edge to a Weetabix. It's like pretty much the same colour depending on how much milk you put in it. It's not really got much of a flavour. It's got that earthiness, but it's got that crunch. It's got that sandy texture where I feel like Weetabix kind of like also has that sandy texture and they'd really complement each other. Like it wouldn't overdo it. It'd just add a bit of grittiness where you need grittiness because Weetabix is crunchy, right? But like I can hear them whispering outside the door. Are you coming back in?
You were pissing.
I know you were pissing.
We're having copious amounts of. Oh, I can't say that because we're live.
We're not live, for one.
Are we not live? Oh,
No.
yeah. Sorry, Twitch viewers. For those of you on YouTube right now,
We are having a good urination at the urination station.
we helped each other out a bit, but we had to go one at a time, so it took a bit longer. And
Yeah, I used the sink.
Jack spent like 10 minutes giving me a little shake.
Right.
We're thinking of Slanesh.
Alex.
Yeah!
Corn.
Let's talk about corn.
Let's go.
That was pretty fruity, to be honest, mate. That was pretty
I had to
good.
do it.
Fruity in a good way, zesty.
So, we have some pretty cool things about Korn. So he is technically the most powerful god at the moment, which makes sense. Warhammer 40k, it's got war in the title, fucking never-ending war, eternal war, blood everywhere,
It's also got
skulls
hammer
everywhere.
in the title.
It does have hammer in the title. Do you know
And
who
they're
fucking
pretty
likes
violent.
hammers? Eat fucking Korn. Yeah. Metallica's Kill 'Em All, hammer on the album cover. Hammers are associated with death, violence, and skull
I
cracking.
quite like hammers, just because they're like,
Hammers?
I get to hit nails with them and like hit things.
Have you seen that weird tool fix hammer with the little eyes and stuff? Like, it means you're hitting nails with his face. You're like, I've seen him.
So anyway, corn.
Let's go on. Let's go on. So Korn. So he is considered the most powerful god. Again, I very helpfully put in brackets, no shit, Warhammer, war, everything like that.
Yeah.
Now, really, so I'm going to kind of talk about how Korn came into being, because it's a bit confusing. I think I summarised it well, but I don't know how well. I'm not going to lie, because it was a bit weird.
The wars of like.
So it was first of all, start with the war in heaven. So the war in heaven basically fucks the warp up due to some silliness. Like,
What was the warp in heaven?
the war in heaven was like between the like Necrons and the old ones and stuff like that.
yeah.
Big war, loads of super weapons, and all those super weapons going off.
Like millions of years ago.
They did some silly shit to the war, but it became a pretty hostile environment. Basically, it was like it wasn't a happy place, and this then led to the gods being able to develop. Then Korn was born because again, terror right now. You know, Earth at the moment. We're having some silly little times, you know. We've had a couple of world wars, you know, maybe 2, 3, 4, you know.
We're cooking.
We've had some cool shit, and Korn was born. We did some cool shit, Korn was born, you know. We were like, damn, Jerusalem, I won that. Korn was like, hey, hi guys, how you doing? He popped up. He was like, I'm liking this violence. I'm liking this blood. I'm liking this conquering. You know, this is
Blood for the blood god?
Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne.
Oh, and corn is always like depicted in imagery kind of like what we'd think of the devil.
Very that. I'm going to get into that with the demons, because I would generally say if you think of a demon, Korn comes to mind.
Yeah.
Like, it's just horns, red
evil,
muscles, swords,
Hoofs.
the right kind of long tongues, not the weird Slaneshi ones. Like, these guys are scary. These guys are
More like
terrifying.
I was going to say more like a snake, but that is very slashy.
Yeah. So, basically, Korn has some pretty cool powers. He's got some pretty cool powers. So, he's got the ability where, like, anyone who gazes upon him dies if you're not powerful enough. So, if you're a mortal and you were unfortunate enough to witness Korn summoning to the earth,
You die.
you just die.
Wild.
You just look at him and go like, oh shit, I'm dead.
The definition of if looks could kill.
Yeah, like literally his own demons fear him. So his own bloodletters, they're fucking terrified of him. They know he's this really powerful entity. They know he's really violent. I mean, one of his great demons actually tried to kill him. So Scarbrand, massive greater demon, was like, I don't like you. I can take over you. I'm stronger than you now, because he's really powerful. And basically, all I really need to sum this up is Scarbrand got backslapped into fucking Blinkerville. That man was gone. He was out.
So, some would say like Sanguinius.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Horus.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Sanguinius, not Sanguinius, the guy's got maced. Horus got his mace.
Yeah.
Crack! Pigeon was killed.
Pitch.
But literally, like, Korn is so powerful that he hasn't had to leave his great skull throne in thousands of years. In fact, There's actually only one time he left his skull throne,
Really?
and that is due to his absolute hatred of Slanesh, who he views as an unhonourable coward who adores agony rather than a good fight.
Wow.
So yeah, he despises Slanesh. He thinks Slanesh is a little... He thinks he's a little...
Doesn't work with Slanesh one bit.
Yeah, he doesn't like the little Twinkie slut. He wants a manly, like, fighter.
I know Nurgle and Khorne, they get along. Nurgle's like, I don't know why you're just doing the honour. I don't really care that
Khorne's
much.
like, hey, I'll give you a big battlefield to rot some bodies.
Yeah.
And
Khorne's trying to fucking, like, you know, burn the battlefield, raise the cities. Nurgle's
you
like,
rot
just
some
let it
bodies,
rot,
piss them
man.
off, make them fight more. We're both benefiting. Mutually beneficial.
Does Slanesh? No.
But no, so Khorne left his throne because basically what happened was Slanesh was born and he was fighting the Eldar god Cain, and Khorne literally slapped the Eldar god Cain, who he shares most of his views with. They're both literally gods of war and violence. Slapped Cain, shattered him into shards, so he wasn't a powerful god anymore. That's why Cain stopped being a powerful Eldar god. Khorne was like, slap, smash. And he looked at Slanesh and were like, you stomp.
Wow.
He literally got off his throne to interrupt a fight just to kick Slanesh in the nuts as he was born. This is how powerful and zero fucks Khorne gives because of how he just knows he's always going to be powerful. And there's actually it was also Khorne who nearly called the Emperor. That's actually another little side point I was about to completely ignore and go to my next point. He did. So Siege of Terror, Carbunda was leading the siege, Angron as well leading the siege. They were the ones who broke through the palace. They were the ones who nearly killed the Emperor.
Not Angron got beat real easy. But...
No, Angron still fucks some shit up.
Got beat though by Pigeon.
Yeah, by Pigeon. And Perturabo. We don't talk about that though. We just think about Angron before he was a demon.
Yeah.
Pre-demon Angron's cool. But anyways, basically this, like, Scarbrand did a lot of damage actually. Scarbrand nearly killed he didn't really. Sanguinius broke his back and kind of shamed him a bit.
Yeah.
But basically what we've established is, well, that's actually another point. Sanguinius was Khorne's favoured Primarch. He always wanted Sanguinius over Angron.
And hear more about that? Look at episode 1.
Yeah, look at episode 1, but the brief summary was Sanguinius almost did, because he wasn't the smartest.
Fell.
He wasn't the brightest light bulb of the bunch.
He wasn't.
We leave that to Gulliman, not Sanguinius. Sanguinius is like, damn, this guy's promising me, this strange guy in robes is saying, if I step through that fiery screaming portal, all my sons get cured.
Sanguinius would walk, you'd get in the back of a white van, let's be honest.
And then one of his chaps like, dude, that's a screaming hellfire portal. I'll go for it first to make sure it's safe.
Yeah.
Walk for it, got just horrendously torn apart by demons, and Sanguinius was like, yeah, it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not the best thing to go through. So he took a step back and we're like, yeah, dude, nah, deal off. Angron was literally just frothing at the mouth, and Khorne said, here's some powers. He was like, oh, cool, I'm just going to kill shit now. I don't even think Angron's aware he worships Khorne. He's just in a constant roid rage of, like, just blood, drug-fueled rage for his butcher's nails. And he just butchers stuff, and Khorne's like, yeah, cool, you're making me more powerful. You're a demon prince now. That's basically that. But talking about Khorne's favorite little guy, it's not a world eater. It's not a human.
Wow.
It's not a chaos space marine. It is in fact an orc.
Oh, it is.
So there is the orc war boss, and probably if I was going to start an orc army, this guy would be leading it. Tusker Demon Killer.
Yeah.
This man, the orcs never really used to fight demons that much. He was like, damn, these demons, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
They're always there, and they're a good crump. They're a good crumping.
Good crump.
We can use that. We can shoot at them. We can crump them. We can slash them. This is good fun.
They keep coming back.
So they did some crumping.
What's cromping?
Killing. It's orc language.
I was just making sure it was killing and not something Slanesh.
We all speak no slash. No, this is not slash.
Yeah, you'll figure it out, because I remember the first time I figured it out, it was something in a book, and one of the orcs was like, "Oh, he crumped himself."
We used to do the dinkings. Then old Jonesy crumped himself, and the boss said, "No more dinking."
What's dinking?
Thinking.
Oh.
Thinking. It's like orcs just don't talk.
They
proper.
got really philosophical, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was like, "What's the meaning of life?" I crumped myself.
Basically, these guys. So Tusker was like, "Hey, where's there a lot of demons?"
Yeah.
Eye terror. Flew straight in. Crumped a load of demon worlds. They wiped out these worlds and they got to a blood world. And this was led by some mad, I think it was led by a mad demon leader, like almost a demon ruler.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were a greater demon. I don't think they were. I think they might have been some form of like demon prince. It was led by a mad one. Very powerful. And they were having this big fight, and the orcs got crumped. But Khorne was like, hey, they killed so many demon planets.
They're passionate
and
about
they wanna
this.
come back. So what he did, he was like, you know what? I sit on my throne all day, and I don't have a TV.
Yeah.
So he brought Tusker back to life in his throne room, where he watches them fight his demons all day, get crumped, and he brings them back to life again the next day. They are in orc heaven. These orcs are absolutely. This is literally this like everything's. Oh my god, there's an orc getting killed every day. These orcs are ecstatic.
Yeah.
They can do the crumping. They get to do their living. They get to do their dying, and they come back and do more crumping.
No dinking, just
No dinking,
Just crumping.
But yeah, actually, I skipped over a little bit of Khorne actually. So I skipped over what Khorne is the god of as well.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get some of this cool backstory and some of the diversity of Khorne in first, because a lot of people with that kind of lore, which is something I wish Games Workshop added some more of this side of into it, because this is all war, fighting, brutality, murder, blood. That's not all Khorne. Khorne's also the god of honor and courage. Like, you know, all of his fights, there's no backstabbing.
Yeah.
They never betray each other. They fight man to man. They don't like you. They'll fight you and crump you to death. I'm
Khan
still
the betrayer.
He's joking.
I'm
He's joking.
Is that why you liked the orc really good? Because he likes courage.
Yeah, well, orcs
And that's
don't.
pretty ballsy thing to do.
Orcs don't backstab. They crump. They see an enemy. They run forwards. They never retreat, and they crump them,
They're very
or they
simple.
get crumped. Yeah, that's orc heaven. Or an orc idea of heaven is they
They're
don't retreat,
quite
they just
honourable.
crump. Yeah, they're I love a good orc. Orcs are some
Not
of the
because
nicest
not because
species.
they try to be honourable, because they're incapable of forming a thought.
The best species in 40k is the orc.
No
It's the best
dinking,
race to be.
just crumping.
Just crumping. And what a life that is. You get your Mad Max car and that. But basically, yeah, so he's very honourable. So they also kill as quick as possible. They're not gonna do a slash thing and prolong the kill, like, oh, I'm gonna cut all of your ligaments and then kill you when you're on your knees. A Khorne berserker would be like, you chop, you're cleaved in half, 4 seconds, dead. Cool. That's basically how a Khorne fight works. He will do one tactic, enemy, run, fight, 1-to-1 combat, dead, done. It's that honour and courage thing. Like most worldies do that. Khorne the Betrayer was a bit of an exception. That is again because he was giving to the rage side of Khorne. So he gave into the rage, and he was so angry that his warriors, he viewed his warriors as betraying him.
Yeah.
Because they weren't going out into this highly toxic wasteland planet, which would have easily killed all of them, and fighting the enemy who was also hiding because it was so toxic they couldn't go out. So Khorne was like, right, you guys are all cowards, I'm going to kill you all. Because he viewed them as cowards, he viewed them as already betraying Khorne.
Yeah.
So he's not the betrayer, he's the betrayed. But he got known as Khorne the Betrayer because, you know, when you kill all your followers,
your homies.
no one's going to want to fight with you then. They're going to call you the betrayer. So that's a bit unfortunate. But basically, yeah, like I would actually argue that Khorne is the perfect example of the noble side of Khorne. Like Khorne the Betrayer, when he was in the heresy and stuff, he was a very honourable fighter. He was an experienced duelist. He would fight man to man. I think he was also the reason why the Black Templars chained their weapons to their wrists, because he used to chain and dueled with Sigismund a lot. So he was a prolific Space Marine duelist, highly honourable. Even when he fell to the rage, he was still fighting honourably. He still wouldn't just like try and betray you or anything like that again. With the one exception, we just don't talk about that shit.
I'm joking.
I'm joking. But yeah, that's basically Khorne in a nutshell. So let's talk about some little demons. They have the bloodletters. Again, not much to say
The
about
puppers. So you have puppies
Oh,
as well,
we
don't
do.
you? I love
we
the puppies.
We have flesh hounds. So,
I
but,
really
yeah.
want some flesh hounds.
So flesh hounds are awesome. So they are called. No, there's a special one called Karanak.
Karen?
It's Karanak, which is basically just Cerberus. It's a 3-headed flesh hound.
Ooh.
That sounds so slashy. They're 3-headed flesh hound. And they're just Khorne's dogs. Like, you know, you do something unhonourable, uncourageous, they'll send them after you to tear you apart.
Who let the dogs out?
Literally, they're just these vicious dogs. They have these weird gills. They kind of look like the Predator from the
Kinda like
Arnold
Tree Missile
Schwarzenegger
Pieces.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Like that one Pokemon. No,
Who's that?
Do you know
Pokemon!
the Eevee evolution? That's the water one where it's got like the.
Oh yeah, it would be like that. They've got some
Vaporeon.
weird like jowls and stuff, and they're just growly and spiky.
I actually
and
don't know what they look like. So
very
I might be
corny.
outrageously wrong.
And they normally fight alongside the bloodletters, which are basically just imagine a demon. That's what a bloodletter looks like, holding a sword. Not much more to describe. My favourite are the heralds of Khorne. Now these are bloodletters who prove themselves in Khorne Knight arenas.
Yeah.
They're fighting in arenas, and when they kill a certain amount of bloodletters, they become like a chosen bloodletter of Khorne, which is also known as a herald of Khorne. These guys lead armies. They're great bloodletters, and they are excellent at taking skulls. These guys are just like absolute. They're units. They're generally just like terrifying.
Yeah.
They're just massive duelists, massive warriors, big entities on the battlefield, and they're bloodletter size, maybe a bit taller. They just got a few cool powers and a cool sword.
They've been blessed because they're good at what they do. It's like
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called, plague drones or whatever. It's like the plague bearers who got
Yes.
really good at what they do. You get a little bonus.
Yeah, you get a little ride. You don't have to walk anymore. Yeah, you're happy. But these guys still have to walk, unfortunately, but they get heavy armor to walk with now.
The funding in the Khorne army is a little.
Yes, that is pretty much it.
Imagine a Vaporeon who's got painted red and is really angry.
This is the Flesh Hounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's even got the spiky bits on the back.
My
Like
God, $70 for five Flesh Hounds.
I want to get some flesh. I want to play Chaos Demons.
They
I
do
don't know
look
why I'm
cool.
on the American.
I'm going to get the
version.
Chaos
Yes.
Demon combat patrol, I think. next.
Do it.
But anyway, back onto Khorne.
But if you get the Demon Corn Patrol, you need to get the Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
The biggest demon corn. Scarbrand was one. Karbunda was one. All these big demons they are really cool. Again, they're a typical demon. Like that's the way to describe them. They have tattered wings,
chains.
They're huge. Yeah, they're huge monsters. Hulking muscles. Yeah, I think that is just a normal. That might be Scarbrand.
It's just a bloodthirster.
Just a bloodthirster. That is they're dominating presence. Like Karbunda's probably the most noticeable one.
Yeah. He's the
Julian
most known one.
Sanguinius
Yeah.
had a huge fight, and he wants to kill. He even fought off Leviathan on Baal to try and just wipe, so he could wipe out the Blood Angels. He's like, no, they're mine. But they are terrifying. They are the embodiment of Khorne. They are courageous, noble, brave. Will never retreat from battle. Will never deny a duel, and will rather die in an honourable duel than backstab someone. And
They're not cowards.
win.
They're about it. They're about honour
Yeah.
and they're about just prowess.
like Karbunda and Sanguinius was just a full-on brute force
Fight.
duel. They were
Yeah.
bruting it out, and that is pretty much
Khorne.
Now, can I ask my before we move on to the final segment? May I ask my little question?
Yes.
And it's something I did want to talk about longer, but somebody said it wouldn't make a full podcast episode. Jack. So I want to know. Khorne cares not from where the blood flows, and Nurgle loves cycles. Who is empowered more by periods?
Khorne. Blood for the blood god.
But does it have to be born
It
of
is
violence?
blood, but this is where does the blood need to flow from? Does it
saying-
need to come from violence?
Both
That's
the
the
sayings
thing.
don't specify. Is either Corkhead's not where the blood flows, only that it flows. Doesn't
That
specify
is,
for an
that
open
is,
wound.
yeah.
And blood for the blood god doesn't specify
But
how
Nurgle
blood's
as well.
collected.
So Nurgle being the lord of all,
Yeah.
that is something. It's a cycle. It's decay. It's birth of a new.
It's
So-
not decay, but I would say to a degree it is
But
suffering.
think about it though, on the
Oh, I
period.
guess actually no. I
It's
guess it
decay.
is because the egg. Yeah,
Yeah,
the egg
it's decay.
dies and
I think.
shed the lining
I
of the
think
organ.
maybe they both benefit,
Mm.
but who benefits more is the question.
Khorne.
Khorne only benefits from
The blood.
the blood.
Yeah.
Nurgle benefits from the entire thing.
The
Maybe
entire
Nurgle.
process.
Maybe Nurgle.
Maybe
I'm
Nurgle.
leaning towards them
But
actually. 'Cause it makes more
but
sense.
Nurgle wouldn't. So Khorne would be spiked being more empowered that time of the month, right?
Yeah.
But Nurgle would be empowered the whole thing because there is decay the entire time.
But we're just talking about the period
So-
itself. So Khorne.
No, because it is when you talk about the period, you got to kind of think about the whole cycle. But you've also got to think then if you are just thinking about the period, it is also yes the decay part of you are like shedding the lining of the organ, the egg has died, but also like the cramps,
Ooh, yucky.
like the cramps, the shits.
Okay, yeah, Nurgle's probably getting a lot happier from this.
I think Nurgle gets more, but then when
I feel that's
when
what
the blood
Nurgle
happens,
is.
Khorne is more empowered than Nurgle was.
Khorne gets fucking.
So there's like a week every month in 40k where Khorne is just boosted. Okay.
No, because wouldn't it be
If
unless
everyone syncs up.
unless
You
they
never
made
know.
everyone sync up. Khorne has just like a legion of sisters that have synced up, and he's like.
Sisters of battle.
And he's like, the red wave is coming. The red wave when my power surges.
Yes. We love Khorne.
Enough period talk there.
Yes.
Sorry. That's just a scare
Ew,
away.
gross.
That's how,
It's
that's how I
gross.
scare away every 40k fan ever.
How to scare away the Space Wolf players.
Right. So we say Khorne's most powerful. Is that what you think?
I would say arguably at the moment he is.
I think right now he is.
It's
But
overtakeable.
I think overall, I think Nurgle. Nurgle's
see-
inevitable.
Well,
Tzeentch had to nerf himself. But I think Tzeentch isn't about winning. Tzeentch isn't about being the most powerful. He's about change.
He doesn't
Yeah.
care about being the most powerful.
That's
He
the
just
thing.
cares about having a fun little time.
Yeah.
Slaanesh is not even in the picture.
No.
If the 40k gods, if we were living in the Warhammer setting, other than being corpse starch, which we probably all would be,
Yeah.
I'd be
which
guardsman.
which god are you in? Which god are you pledging your life to?
If I'm becoming a cultist, it's gonna be Nurgle.
I mean,
I'm
if
going to be
I'm
living in that I'm going to be so despair with my life. I just want to die in this hive city. Right, I'm working. There's just poxwalkers at level minus 725.
Yeah.
Like, there's just shit going on. I give up. I give myself into the salvation of Nurgle.
My mindset
He saves me from the disease, the sadness, the despair.
If you're a small little cultist, the god's not going to bless you as much as the big guys.
No.
So the best one to follow is probably going to be Sinesh, because you're going to die horribly anyway, so you may as well have a bit of fun before you go.
I get that, but I feel like Nurgle I would fall for, because you obviously don't know about the gods, that's the thing.
No.
You don't get a pick. You get to think, what would go through my head?
Yeah.
Nurgle is the one who has the most to do.
Free space cocaine. Fuck yeah, sign me up.
I think I'd fall to Nurgle. I think everyone would fall to Nurgle.
I think
Unless you're on like a world where you are like witnessing violence and death in front of you, then it might be cool.
All I would need is my dealer to not pick up for one day, and I would instantly give myself to Sinesh for a quick pleasure. I'm joking.
I'm joking.
I'm there now thinking, because I was thinking Sinesh when you talk about Sinesh, but I do understand the whole Nurgle standpoint. I'm like, you're feeling a little low, like you got a little bit of low mood one day, and then you're like, you know what, fuck it.
The whole thing is you don't know that as a citizen, you do not know the gods are real. You don't know they exist.
No, but I can see myself. I can see myself being just sad, wallowing in my own sadness in bed, and just being like, "This is it. I'm done."
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't know to give in. You would just you'd
Give
be like,
in.
"Fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore," and then you'd have given him to Nurgle.
Yeah.
So that's why I
I
think
think he's
everyone's
the
Nurgle.
easiest to give in.
He is. It's the most to do with everyone.
I think Zinch is like probably very, very easy to give into also.
If you're an academic.
No,
like
but Zinch is the
No.
hardest to give into because you have to be so smart, so driven. You want change, you'll do anything for change.
Oh yeah, I guess. Whereas Nurgle is like, you want to give up, man. You do that.
You.
You feel a little bit despair, bro. Nurgle's creeping on your doorstep now. Like,
Dude, if I hit that ball of Josh Select,
if you sneeze, you've already given it. Okay.
I have.
Oh shit.
If your tummy hurts and you just want to take a fucking paracetamol, you're giving in.
Dude,
Okay?
tomorrow I woke up and I literally like threw up fucking blood. Like I think Nurgle is genuinely taken. I was actually corn.
Blood for the blood god.
Yeah. Might be corn.
You never know.
I might have a little
Right.
blood that growing in me.
Is there a secret?
Super secret mention.
You made it to the secret part of the podcast right at the end. The lucky one listener still listening.
You've sat through it long
If they've
enough.
even fucking got to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever the first person to comment, I love Nurgle puppy. I love Nurgle's puppies. Heart in the YouTube comments. I'll kiss you.
No, we'll send you a pic of Alex's butt crack.
Just send me your
Feet
national
pics.
insurance
We'll do
number.
feet pics.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, dudes, if you guys subscribe, we get 20 subscribers the next week, I will start an OnlyFans.
We will all
We will all actually start an OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
where we just interlock feet for
We're
every
sellouts.
picture.
We're
Yes.
Oh no, mine's gonna be crazy. But anyway, the fifth segment, the secret fifth segment.
Duh. It is my favourite Chaos God. And in my opinion,
Is he a god?
the most powerful Chaos God, Malal, or as he's known in 40k, Malice, but they are literally the same god, and he's only not called Malal for copyright reasons, so I'm going to call him Malal because it sounds fucking way cooler than Malice.
It does sound really cool.
So, he is the Chaos God of Destruction.
Yeah.
You hate your life, you hate everything around you, you worship Malal. You want to destroy everything around you.
He's the god of hate, isn't he?
With destruction. He wants everything to die.
He's not the god of like decay.
No, he wants everything to go. He wants it all to be destroyed, gone,
But that's kind of what
nothingness.
Nurgle wants. Nurgle's just like,
Well, no,
let it
Nurgle-
decay into nothing
Nurgle
and
wants
let
it
the
to be
cycle
reborn again. Yeah,
That's it.
Malal
Yeah.
doesn't want that. He wants it to end. He is a typical emo black metal enjoyer who just wants to fucking die and be nothingness. Right. So he's basically constantly trying to destroy the other four Chaos Gods.
Mm.
He hates them. He hates chaos. There's nothing he doesn't hate. Everything about the galaxy he just
Is
hates.
he the emperor?
No.
Oh.
No, because he hates humanity. He hates the Imperium. He wants everything destroyed. So you're probably thinking, how the fuck does this guy have followers?
Yeah.
Because he'd hate them. He want them to die. There's actually a pretty cool thing about that. But I'm basically going to come to that a bit later because I want to talk about kind of how Malal was born. So Malal's born really from everything. It's like, because chaos has to decide to destroy itself.
It's very
That feels
self-destructive, isn't
Like,
it? Yeah.
you know, Nurgle wants to destroy Siege. Sinesh wants to destroy Khorne wants to destroy Sinesh. Siege wants to destroy Nurgle. All this stuff, these want to destroy each other. That fuels Malal. Emperor wants to destroy Chaos. That fuels Malal.
Yeah.
Chaos wants to destroy the Imperium. That fuels Malal. orcs want to crumb everything. That fuels Malal.
Yeah.
So everything is getting fueled by Malal because everything is wanting to destroy something else, and that makes Malal more powerful because he hates everything. And when something gets destroyed, he gets more juiced up. You know, he hits that trembling, he hits the weights.
Hit the fence.
This man, he gets big. He is buff. There's some awesome depictions of Malal as well. He's like this cool, jacked dog demon.
Yeah.
And he's just like massive, and he's like, and he's actually also the demon closest to get reintroduced to real space. His sons have almost summoned him. I'll get onto that later. We'll get onto that later though. So, he basically formed due to everything wanting to destroy each other, as I've said. So like, yeah, just wars. Everything fuels him. It's that destruction. He's basically powered through hatred of chaos again. So he's powered through everything. Everyone hates chaos. Chaos hates chaos.
But no one knows about chaos really. So maybe
they still
he's
hate it
powerful.
though. They still hate it though because they're hating the effects of chaos.
Ah.
They're hating it, and the Space Marines hate it. All these psychic Eldar hate it. All these
Yeah.
very psychically potent things hate it. So it's all of that hatred directed towards different things that wanted destruction is massively fueling Malal. By pledging yourself to Malal, this is where we get to the follow point. You basically dedicate yourself to destroying chaos and basically the galaxy as a whole. It's the ultimate form of destruction. Like I want to kind of use this quote here actually, because there's this great quote that summarizes Malal. It's, we shall deny Nurgle their flesh to fester and rot. We shall deny Khorne their blood and skulls. We shall deny Tzeentch their destinies and fates. We shall deny Slaanesh their pleasure and pain. Death to the dark gods. For the renegade god, let the galaxy burn.
Ooh.
That is his followers' chant that they scream into battle. And that basically summarizes that, like, how Malal is fueled. That's
Horus?
that hatred.
Horus?
Yeah,
Destroyed.
let the galaxy burn.
Let the galaxy burn.
It's maybe-
Destroyed the Imperium, and then he was like, you know what, fuck it. The Chaos Gods took advantage of me, destroy them too.
I mean, is Chaos Undivided maybe just a secret way for Games Workshop to maybe say Chaos Malal Chaos followers? They want to destroy everything? I don't think it is, no. Because they do have their own legion. So, his followers, though, like, because of this hatred of themselves or the galaxy, they slowly have their life forces drained till they are dead. And that's why they're called the Doomed Ones.
Ooh.
So Malal is quite...
He doesn't
he's
offer
kind of my favourite
salvation
god.
like the other ones really do.
He offers you the truth of the galaxy, that you will just be destroyed. And he will drain your soul to fuel himself. And you know that going in. He's not going to lie to you. It's like, yeah, you sign up. I drain your energy. You die. I get more powerful. Maybe do some cool stuff before. I'm not giving you any powers. You just give me powers. And they die. Because he doesn't... Why would he bless them? He wants them to die because he hates them. He wants everything to be destroyed. And he actually does have his own Chaos Space Marine Legion.
Does he?
Renegades.
Officially, or...
Yes.
Was there... I thought it was removed from the lore.
No, these... Well, Malal as a whole is technically retconned, but he's still technically... He's not been officially retconned yet, so they're still technically there. But they are still loyal. They're technically loyalist, but they do worship a Chaos God, and they're a bit heretical. Like, they maybe eat the flesh of their enemies, and they don't really speak much, so they're a bit... It's kind of like that Ravage kid at the soft play who just bites you and doesn't talk.
That was me.
Yeah. You are a doomed one. However, they're a very, very effective anti-chaos legion. And they were before they fell to Malal. And this is what ultimately led to them getting classified as renegades, because they were this very effective chaos legion fighting chaos, and this Inquisitor witnessed them consuming the flesh of the deceased.
Ooh.
And they were like, that's a bit creepy.
Bit off, mate.
I'm going to say you're tainted by chaos, and you now declared excommunicatus traitorum.
Wild,
Are the
because...
Inquisitors basically just like them people who snitched on you to the teacher?
Yeah, that is the whole point of being a
Miss,
But-
he's eating the enemy!
but
Shut up, Jimmy!
It's funny how that happens, because the Inquisitors knew about the Night Lords, didn't they?
Eh?
The Inquisitors knew what the Night Lords would do.
What, like the night? What,
when
what
they
do you mean,
were
like,
loyal.
Oh, yeah, well, the Inquisition wasn't founded then when the Night Lords were loyal.
Yeah.
It was founded after the Horus Heresy
But
series
would
by
they,
Malcador.
so would they have been seen as heretical then?
Oh, yeah, the Malals were... Night Lords were not viewed as heretical at the start, but they...
Would have been if the Inquisition...
They were summoned back to Terra for being... To be punished because they were doing stuff that the Emperor did view as a bit not heretical, because this was before the establishment of it. Like, yeah, you guys probably can't be just flaying people like...
Yeah.
Like, you've got a good compliance rate, but, like, realistically, it's getting a bit extreme now. Take a step back, take a breather. But no, back to the Sons of Malal. So, the Inquisitor basically attacked the Sons of Malal, resulting in her troops being consumed. They were like, oh shit, slap, dead, nom nom nom, victory meal. They're happy now.
Wow.
But the only problem was the Sons of Malal's planet did get fucking just beamed. They kind of just went,
Death starred.
yeah, Death Starred. So they basically ended up having to flee into the Eye of Terror, where they just went like, oh shit, we're surrounded by chaos. Fuck it. Started murdering it.
Yeah.
So they're basically in the Eye of Terror now, eternally murdering chaos until their souls get eaten by Malal. Slowly.
Wow.
So that's they're very cool. I kind of do want to paint them. They were sick colour scheme, white and black.
Wait, what's the Legion called?
It's called the Sons of Malal. Sons of Malal.
Is it one of
Or Sons of Malice. Yeah.
Is it one of like? Is it an official one?
Borderline. It's a bit. There's not a lot of.
It's kind of like
yeah.
there was lore about it, and then it kind of just stopped
Due to copyright reasons.
Yeah. What was
Games-
the copyright?
So Games Workshop in
What's
their
the drama?
infinite wisdom were like, I know. Let's hire some freelance artists
Yeah.
and make them draw a Chaos God. Oh wow, Malal, that's really fucking cool. But due to copyright law, of course, if you hire freelance artists, they have rights to it. And rather than Games Workshop being like, damn, we're a rich company, let's buy the rights to that law, they were like, give me that. And the copyright company, they're like, no, they were not joking. The copyright guys were just like, okay, cool. Can you pay us every time you show artwork? Games Workshop were like, no. So they were like, cool. That's now Malice, and God in Fantasy is now two different gods, which I don't know the names because I fucking don't like Warhammer Fantasy. Fuck you if you do. That's a base take. I'm joking.
Sigma-
I'm joking.
Sigma is superior to Fantasy.
Oh yeah.
That's
Whoa!
I agree.
Everyone
Wholeheartedly.
agrees. Everyone agrees.
Yeah.
Just a quick question: could that be one of like the redacted legions, or
No, because
is it just its own separate
again,
thing?
the redacted legions were again pre-heresies.
Yeah,
That was again
original.
when chaos was still hidden from most things.
yeah, so it's new. So
This is just a
Yeah.
successor chapter
Yeah, this is
somewhere.
very
That's
much
that's
a
yeah.
successor
I was
chapter.
gonna ask successor chapter.
And
It's a
there's-
successor chapter of what?
You don't know?
Yeah.
What would you theorize it to be? I'm curious.
I would
What
say the
you-
Sons of Malal would probably be.
Blood Angels.
It would probably be. I would maybe even go towards Raven Guard. I don't know why. I'm just getting Raven
It's 'cause of the
Guard-y.
black,
I mean,
yeah.
Blood Angels. I feel
Eating
Blood
flesh.
Angels.
Oh, no,
yeah,
you
Eating flesh, that's the
What
thing.
did Raven
it's
God
very
eat
Blood
flesh?
Angels-y. No, Blood Angels. do.
Yeah, the Black Rage.
But
yeah.
again, a lot of it could even just be Ultramarines. Ultramarines have some really messed up. I think it
Well,
might be
you
Curse
mentioned
Founding.
Night Lords as well.
Curse Founding makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, the Night Lords would have had any successor chapters because the successor chapters were established after the traitors left the Imperium.
Oh, okay.
So there are
Oh,
traitor
so there's-
successor chapters,
oh,
but they were
yeah.
loyalist first and then
My
turned
God,
traitor.
this just like really proves that this is my education on Warhammer.
No,
as
it's
well.
good. It's good. But there's a little bit of lore to the Warriors as well, because there's this very cool thing. This is how Malal is getting summoned back into the setting. Every 100 years, a great warrior becomes a doomed one.
Oh.
So one of the warriors who stands out, excels, becomes
Is
a
that
doomed
just any
one.
warrior or?
Anyone. It's every 100 years, one of the best warriors, like the most fearsome, brutal, dedicated to Malal, dedicated to destruction, the one that can destroy the most chaos, something like that. I don't know how they really measure it. I don't really remember. I think they did write it down, but I don't remember it. But there has to be 11 of them, basically. Don't ask me why. Malal likes number 11.
But they have
Cool.
does each Primarch have their own special number?
Yeah, so Malal's
Each
is
god
11.
does.
Yeah, Malal's
Nurgle's
is
is
11.
7.
Siege is 9.
Corn is probably 6.
Corn is 6.
Oh, sick.
He's the kind of guy.
Oh no, Corn is 8. 8-pronged path.
Oh
No,
yeah.
8-fold
Oh,
path. I'm
okay.
being fucking stupid. They have 8 bound models. Fuck me.
What's the other one? What's Slash's 69?
I don't actually. I think Slash.
Probably.
Yeah, Slash probably is. We're just gonna say Slash is 69. That's canon now. Fuck you guys. But basically, recently the 11th one has been founded, and there is a little thing because when there's 11, the doomed ones will get together, and they will be sacrificed to Malal and eaten by the followers, and this big ritual will spawn Malal into real space. And if Malal gets no Chaos God has ever been spawned into real space. If Malal gets spawned into real space, you have the god of destruction and hatred in a setting full of destruction and hatred,
Yeah.
getting constantly fueled, and basically the galaxy ends. Like Malal wins.
Unless Big Emperor kills all the Chaos Gods, absorbs them, and then.
If the Emperor's powerful enough to, which he's not at the moment because the Golden Throne's failing, but they have their 11 warriors now. They just haven't done the sacrifice yet. So Games Workshop, pull your finger out your arse. I want to see some fucking sick Chaos God action. I want to see the Emperor psychically duel a in-person Chaos God. That'd be awesome. Like, Just imagine that.
Maybe we'll have to wait till 12th edition.
But that's basically all the lore I could find out about Malal. Like, he's a pretty
interesting
good god.
god.
I think he's one of my... I think reading about him, he's become one of my favourite Chaos Gods.
He's interesting.
I
He's a
would-
fun little one to just think about, isn't he?
I think he's the most honourable one to dedicate yourself to, because you're ultimately destroying all evil in the galaxy, which is the galaxy itself.
Yeah, you want to destroy yourself as well.
Yeah, because everything in the galaxy, like everything in the Warhammer 40k universe, is pretty much evil.
Yeah.
There's no good guys. That's a
It's-
famous thing.
it's
Destroying
like-
it's honourable. Like,
It's like those edgy 14-year-olds reposting like, "Oh, we're just a plague on this world. We're killing the earth." You know what I mean? We should all just die.
Have you even read the fascinating literature of Theodore Kaczynski?
Oh.
Spoilers!
So on that note, thank you for listening to the Glue Guzzlers podcast.
And a really good recommended read would be...
No.
Yeah, so
I'm joking.
I've been Jack.
I have been Neve.
I've been Alex.
And thank you for listening. Yeah, tell us what you think. We
Or
will have another one coming out soon.
Every 2 weeks we're thinking. We are, at the end of the day, we are university students. We do have other things to do. But there is also usually a steady stream of content on the other social medias.
I'm borderline going to give myself to know
Yeah.
and just end it.
No, maybe during exam season.
Just for now.
Honestly, mate, I've got an interview coming up in a couple of days. I'm about to give in, okay?
About to give up to Nurgle. Or maybe Malal to
It'll be
honest.
Malal.
Yeah, Malal, go on, just self-destruction. Have your
Yeah.
soul slowly just trained by some, like, soul vampire.
Alright.
That was a good noise.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Anyway, and thank you if you've listened this far, which I have high doubts.
Yeah.
I'll
We
send you a
appreciate
package in the
any
mail.
support. Thank you for everything. And goodbye.